Und damit gehen wir direkt rein in die nächste Ding. Moment, machen wir das hier aus. Wenn ihr Draft sehen wollt für YouTube VOD Frogs, dann geht doch in das SK VOD. Da habe ich am Ende mit Mickey drüber geredet. Okay, ihr bekommt noch 3 Minuten für GX versus VIT.
Is it as good as Kasane? Probably not, but hot damn, it's still Nako, who is the leading solo killer up in that top lane. Jackie's also on his most played of his career. On the other side of the rift, on his Azir. It'll be his first of the split, but obviously not his first.
War doch super, haben noch die Antworten bekommen, was wir wollten, und die wir wollten, oder?
Nice
super.
Give Giant X a breath of fresh air. It is third versus fourth. It is a battle for third, really, and a battle for the question of who can step up to the plateau alongside KC and G2. Is it Giant X? Or is it
Muss ich aber wieder reinjoinen. Bitte. Holy fuck, nervt das.
Out here, we see GX getting control of the bot lane bushes. Now what is Fleshy doing while Bard is in lane? He's warding the enemy raptors, tracking where the enemy jungle will be. They will know exactly when or when not.
Wie er sagt, was er denkt, das muss man einem schön rauslocken.
Vi before level 6 and Vi after level 6. Two completely different champions.
Very true.
Whenever you play with Vi, you want to make sure that she has a solid early game and doesn't need to feel pressure to go and gank, go and cover.
Na, mit Danasch Interview gleich noch mit Kasi, mit Lyncas ist das Interview heute.
So I assume the Astral Bard will get pushed in this lane due to having two range champions. Fleshy landing the Gleaming Quill, getting some heal back.
Damage.
Karsi is just receiving this wave.
Now, we didn't get to talk about it, but in draft, obviously, it's been muted out. By the way, Fiesta hits level 2, Orbit Deception does connect, and Jackie's gets electrocuted. I want to quickly mention that top is neutralized by Oscar Rinnen.
Lyncas kann Deutsch? Nee, aber ich muss ja kein deutsches Interview haben.
So far,
Weil Mickey auch nicht.
Level 2 hit by Oscar Rinnen. Shield Durang going to connect, but Nako just hit level 2. Nako has once again been on a bit of a tear. His laning phase, not too bad, considering that he almost averages a solo killer game.
I mean, if anything, it's beautiful to see him being solo in KDA. I love a top laner that dies a lot. I think Nako has been a star player, even in this summer split. He's the reigning MVP of our league. And he is kind of bringing that performance, except for week 1, where it didn't really look like himself.
SK vs Shifters plus Mickey Interview.
I think he has a lot to prove, because last playoffs didn't really end well, so getting a comeback there.
He got the MVP, and then it looked rubbish after that. I mean, Vitality bombed out in playoffs after everyone was like, yo, this could be the time, this could be the run. Maybe they go to MSI. But instead, 0-6 was where we ended it. As Fleshy looking for an angle on Flacket. Gleaming Quill not...
Lyncas ist immer sehr sympathisch in seinem Stream, ja.
Flacket's got some sustain.
Ja.
Who's back at level 3 now. Remember as well, a lot of supports want to get towards that level 5 for what it's worth, but... yeah, roaming has been minimized. Today, what our learning has been, Finn, is that like supports have been more lane-focused here.
That's very true. But still, just because you're laning focused doesn't mean you can't link up with your jungler now. Jun, walking together with Isma, making sure that he can get at least one crab this game, because the bot crab will go over to Lyncas. You really don't want to give Vi a double crab. Jun is just here making sure Isma is safe to go for that. In case something weird would happen. Is he gonna full rotate up and look for a diver? I doubt it, Hysterics.
Welcher Draft ist besser hier? Also strikt Draft finde ich den Giant X Draft auch besser. Strikt nach Draft redend.
Yeah, he's recalling. He bombed out. Sucks.
It's alright. There's always the next time.
How Fleshy is here.
Well, Ward placed nicely by Oscar Rinnen, and then to get in the way, Jun cancelled his back. He's got a magical journey though, it's power of level 3 Bard. So he can just step on up. Then Wave is slowly pushing in against Oscar Rinnen.
Yeah, Jun waiting to use the magical journey out. Just waiting. Don't take too much of your top laner's XP. Oscar, wait the last hit before Jun is out of range. Oh, he's gonna sneak a little bit of XP.
He's still in range, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, God. Winds of War as well deals with that backline minions, so we find for Nako here. Charm does connect.
Nice trade by Fiesta. Keeps good control of this. Seer definitely needs some time to scale up. Lyncas comes, heals him up, and Jackie doesn't have the TP. So, potential PowerPoint, and not a presentation, but something that Vitality can use. Get a small lead, or at least make sure that Lyncas can get through this early game and get level 6 safe and sound. Fleshy is gonna look for some vision. It's a human ward. Finds Jun. Hi.
Way back. Electrocute down. Here comes Lyncas as well, as you said. The human ward's going to enable the open up of Raptors. Isma's here, hovering on the side. Different.
Seine Meinung zu Flak als Spieler habe jetzt nicht die höchste.
Ruling power is prominent. Magical Journey ready to come in. The steal for Raptors. The smite needs to come down. Goes over to Isma. The knock up, not found by Fletchy. Goes in with the battle dance and back on out. The charm does connect though onto Isma. It's nice, but knocked in the air. Lens is not going to be able to do too much. Wants the Vault Breaker out, but he flashes instead. Flackett looking to match it, but he's not in just yet. Jun comes in with the auto.
Großer Gott.
On the mark. Now they're deep for Giant X. The counter hit from Kazi and Fletchy. Here's enough. It's first blood.
Großer Gott.
Lens is thinking about can he pick another angle? Drops a ward, but it's enough. Giant X overcommit, and Jun pays the iron price.
It's a bold play from Vitality to go for that invade. We talked about it. Vi doesn't want a chaotic early game, but Lyncas chose to invade enemy Raptors. And you can tell that GX was very happy fighting that. Why? Vi is not a fantastically strong champion in these exchanges.
Ich werde Ihnen auch die Beifrage stellen, actually.
But look, the W goes wide by Fleshy. A great sidestep by Jun. And here Lyncas is kind of being the victim. They're targeting down. The fact that he gets a shield and then flashes out baits Jun to go forward, has the Vault Breaker ready to get out. And now Jun, you are just a little bit too overcommitted as you highlighted Hysterics, and it's a nice first blood picked up by Vitality. The pick is rolling.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be used to clear the wave, don't worry. It's a cooldown, but I'm guessing that Giant X just say we're not going to really fight anytime soon anyway. Grub's also up in 2 minutes, which feels like the more likely objective, or trade.
Okay, let's see this. Isma is walking into his jungle right now, has the level 6 advantage over Lyncas, wants to make something happen.
Oscar has ult. I guess that's why he feels comfortable doing this.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry,
he
da war ein Highlight.
has the Oscar ult, but
True.
doesn't really find him. No,
Six going to get acquired off Krugs here, Finn.
Are you gonna start it? Are you gonna wait here? Or are you just gonna
There's 6.
base?
Timing, waits, level 6 versus level 6, but the
Oh,
damage coming out of
dash.
Isma is massive. Triple longsword is enough. Vault Breaker in and out. TP going to be burned. Lyncas thinks he has to come back in, but he's got to pick the right angle. That TP mega slow, and it's Fleshy, by the way. Great entrance out, and Isma starts red.
Yeah, Oscar recalled there. Didn't really want to be included in that play, because he has to make it to the bot wave. I will say Ori in these fights are not weak, but with the health bar of Lyncas, I think they have to concede his red buff. My worry right now is for Nako. He might be a target of a top dive right now because he doesn't have the equalizer to clear out the wave. Has to be super careful here. Magical Journey could come out. No one is really able to cover him, but yeah, they're gonna decide not
Jun
to
war mal Fnatic, ja.
put all those juicy camps up
Yep.
to clear. Isma doesn't need to risk a topside play because he already has so much gold sitting on the map ready for him to take.
So it's a smooth swap, Finn. I mean, for Giant X, this movement up from the 80 carry support, the invade timed with it as well, and you said Oscar in and back, but I do like, again, that you pointed out the fact that timing was everything for Giant X. They pull it off. Lyncas going to try and do the same thing on the bottom side. He's spotted on a ward, though.
First hat im Triforce auf Vi,
Down, and now the question
statt
is,
Sanat.
Giant X.
I mean, this is where Galio comes in with the ultimate. He could easily join the fight here if Isma makes it down there in time. Skipped his blue buff to try to cover his own red buff. Jun sitting around mid. Doesn't want to give anything over. Jack is gonna have to recall. Has to teleport just in a moment's notice. And it will be the Dragon starter from Vitality. So a camp advantage for GX. A potential Dragon take. Lucky is stuck here against Nako. It's not really a great matchup for the Astral. Has to be very respectful.
Yeah, because Electro Harpoon connected, overheat there, as the Arcane shift away. Electro Harpoon in the danger zone as well. Great poke damage comes through from the Rumble. Jun spotting this out, knowing full well with Control Ward as True Shot Barrage doesn't tag. Isma, the Steel Magical Journey. Lyncas, can he get the Steel back? Here comes the Galio.
Stark.
It's Dragon taken, but Lyncas foregoes his life. A Vault Breaker to pop around, but a
Aber super greedy, oder?
price.
I mean, the consolation prize is the fact that he got the Dragon. If he doesn't get that Dragon,
It's horrible.
that's a disastrous play. So manages to salvage it with a well-timed smite.
Mit des 20 CS down.
The early game over to Vitality, or to GX. Still, 1.5k gold ahead from Vitality. Their lanes are going very well. Carsey, 1k gold up on his Estral. I think Flackett swapped top because he's running away from this Saya. Also, the fact that Rumble was freezing on top made sure that he lost a lot of creeps.
I guess you're also giving up. His charm doesn't connect, by the way, with Grub starting. Giving up the MR advantage you'd have against a Rumble too. To
Okay, aber... Okay, so wieso ist der Gallo jetzt da unten gegen die BFs dort, sei er?
Jun doesn't have a tempered fate to add into the play.
Dann trotzdem Grubbies zu verlieren?
Completely disconnected from this play.
He
He's
is,
stuck laning against a Rumble now for 2 minutes. They have to punish him.
Can they get anything out of it though? Scrap shield,
Hä?
and he's out.
Nakanako just holding on super well in this 1v2. Meanwhile, in the bot side, the Xayah is actually pushing in the Galio.
Yeah.
The Galio is struggling to contest the Xayah's wave because he has bought that Spectre's Cowl.
And also the MR shield on W has no effect as Xayah.
And Xayah obviously has fantastic wave there as Charm.
Yeah, gets rid of bone plating as well. Fiesta has the Spirit Rush. Is he going to pull it out? Auto's there, waiting for it. The all-in. The shuffle is clean, but Fiesta pulls out the ult himself. Torrent's disconnected. We go jank, we go skillful, but Fiesta slaps Jackies around.
Was?
That was an incredible sequence of mechanics from both mid laners. What a play. Let me break it down. So this is a Seer mechanic where you dash back and forwards and you ult mid-dash. And Jackies has done this before and it catches him off guard, but he's too low. The flash are out instantly, gets him to safety, and what a solo kill from Fiesta. That's League of Legends, baby.
That's League of Legends. What a solo kill. That means so much. A gold lead already brewing and the individual CS advantage, Finn, that now moves to 1K because of the kill platted on top.
And Vitality already had a great lead brewing in the bot side. It is now turned to mid as well, as Fiesta also finds him in a 1K gold lead. And let's break it down. Let's break it down, Mysterix. What does Vitality's comp want to do?
Na, ich sehe die Idee von Jackies, also so ist nicht.
And teamfight.
Rein von Mechanics her, ich sehe die Idee.
Just makes every single play go in your favor. When you flip a coin, it's weighted. And it always lands on heads when you have a Vi Ahri that is very ahead. And Carzzy, he's very self-sufficient. He doesn't really have to worry about anything.
Dive though, Finn. I'm looking towards bot. Flacken and Jun might be in trouble. No Tempered Fate to hold the play.
The wave is still quite far.
Base check. Magical Journey. Fiesta coming over. His ult, 10 seconds.
Yeah, they definitely want to find this play. Bard doesn't have ult. Doesn't have the Tempered Fate to block all that initial damage. Isma's running down here. We'll see. Will Oscar in and TP down, or is he going to leave them to die? He actually doesn't have the TP, just TP back top instead, so this looks tricky.
Breaker, short cooldown. Quickness going to come through. Flacker goes up against the wall, but it's the wrong one. The Charm takes him down.
Geile Target Selection.
But look at Flesh. He's already picked up the kill. I said 140.
Geile Target Selection, wow.
I saw the Faker skin.
Wow.
Into a double kill.
I mean, just an easy play from Vitality. Push mid, dive bot. When you're winning your lanes, plays like this are always available. Plays like this is something as the opposing team you always need to respect. They knew Isma was topside. They knew he wasn't there. They knew Jackies had no TP, and they just take the free money that's cowering in terror under the bot lane tier 1.
It's insane.
Geiler Play von Vitality, super proaktiv.
I think this early game from Vitality is something else right now. 3.7k gold lead. This is so funny because last split, we saw a lot of games like this from Vitality as well. We saw individual mechanics pair into insane dives, into fast plays, catch their opponents unaware. Giant X are getting dizzy right now as Jun tries to set up. Isma's on a ward, so Vitality are trying to bait this. Nearby stands Lyncas doing his camps. Trinity Force picked up first here for the Vi instead of the Sundered Sky. So Lyncas can really duel right now as he hovers around this top side of the map.
I mean, we talked about GX comp as well. It's a control comp. You need your Azir and your Ezreal to control the areas that you want to fight around. Put the soldiers down, land some Mystic shots. That doesn't work when your Ezreal and Azir are just so far behind. They don't have the damage to threaten Vitality members that walk through the river, through the bushes, through the waves that they want to fight around. So definitely GX, they need to slow down the game. 2 items is where I'm looking at they need. They want Trinity Force and Manning and Ezreal, and they want Nashor's Tooth and whatever Azir buys as a second item. That's really when they are strong enough to fight Vitality, but before that, this entire map belongs to Vitality.
That is the Dragon as well, 2 apiece. Is going to be on Vitality. 4.5k gold lead. And you know, seeing that double kill go down to Fiesta in the bottom lane, moving him to 3 after the solo kill. I mean, the mid diff here is crazy. Bot lane as well, you talked about the rotation early. Off the back of Giant X getting a good invade off, the Galio was matched up against the Xayah for so damn long. Carzzy had free real estate. He's 30 CS up. Now lanes look standard, but Jackie's moved to top here, Finn. Rumble's going to move into that here for Nuck, who's kind of been the weak side of the map. And Oscar Innen left to his own device. The shielded round comes through. Lince is going to pop the ult. He's got Trinity Force. He can battle it out. Oscar Innen looking to escape. And you're right, Lenses batters him down. Solo Oscar in the dirt. Fiesta gets the turret in the meantime. And this kind of vitality when it's the battle for third is looking red hot.
It's such a nice rotation there from Vitality. It's once again so easy. So easy.
Was sind die Montage? Ja,
If they
ja.
send anyone to Fiesta, if they send anyone to Carsey, they can just take whatever fight they want. Giant X lane assignments are just poor right now.
Yep.
It started in the early game when you're matching the S-roll into the Rumble. You picked the Galio into Rumble to neutralize the Rumble.
That wasn't into
Why are you sending your S-roll to cover him? Once again, you're sending your Galio completely isolated, trying to make a cross map onto the Rumble. Well, guess what? His equalizer. He doesn't care that you can cross map. He can just clear the wave. And GX, they have to defend the place of Vitality. They don't have the agency right now to make cross maps. They don't have the agency to make their own plays. And they need to make sure their players can get farm, can get those items. So maybe they can get to a point where they can actually contest Vitality in a straight-up 5v5.
Let's see for those two, Finn. You wanted to see Trinity Force man immune from Flacket. He's got neither right now. He's sitting on a mallet. That guy's been bashing away with nothing but a blunt instrument. Fleshy level 6. Gonna get poked out, peeked out. Oscar Rinnan is gonna face check
what happened
this.
last time, Oscar?
He's got a Mega Blast Cone this time. Shielded Durand, but Lyncas no ulti. That's gonna save his life this time, so no follow-up. Oscar, truly the weak side of the map, can do nothing. Well, Herald started by Isma, but I don't know how safe this is.
Yeah, I mean, Lyncas can make it over here. TP comes out from Mr. Fiesta.
Yeah.
But GX, they're holding their
Bedari,
ground.
knock up, avoided, Flacket, no charm. Getting low for the Herald, it's
Oh,
stolen.
und natürlich, da funktioniert auch nichts, ne?
Should have taken notes on that one as Orbit Deception going to catch out. Cosmic Binding lands, but Fiesta doesn't commit. No
Nichts funktioniert da.
here from Vitality outside of the Equalizer. It's just an objective steal, a pick off. Fiesta waits, pulls the ulti out now, misses the charm and the orb. So his ulti will drop down as Oscar Rinnan comes in finally. Knockup is going to interrupt midway. Orb Deception yet again in the choke. GX are thinking saucy on how they pick this play up. Fleshy blocks his way, the wind becomes lightning. Isma wants to take the engage, he will take it, but into the quickness, it's a bait. Tempered Fate finally comes through. It catches four, shielded around on the way out with the feathers. Already fly into the Herald for an engage. It's beautiful as Jackie's thought he could sweep in, but that ain't
Wow.
That guy won't be able to pull up the same remarkable play as Oscar Rinnan.
Wow.
Again.
Ah, wow. Wow, also die werden komplett zerlegt, ne?
And this has been one of
Komplett zerlegt.
the stomps of the laning phase and the early game that we've seen outside of the top two.
Vitality come in, take GX's lunch money, walk into their jungle and say, hey, what are you gonna do about it? Hey, you wanna fight us? Fiesta just slams it on the table, walks into the jungle and says, hey, do you wanna fight me? You can fight me. The Tempered Fate and the Galio ult is completely desynced. It's not layered correctly, and the fact that Fleshy can jump into the Herald saves his life, gets the CC and extends the fight, and gives Vitality the potential to chase all of the members down. And Giant X, your grasp on the game was loosey-goosey. Now you basically have dropped it completely as Fiesta can do whatever he wants
We gotta
into
stop
the
taking
jungle.
lunch, Finn. No more lunch in the jungle. I think they need to learn their lesson. It's not a good place. Another charm. Fiesta is on a roll here. Should have changed his name as Fleshy flashes away. Jackie's gives a kill, or rather takes a kill over. But he's putting them all to bed here. Let's change that first letter because Vitality moved to 9.1k. Yes, they lose Fleshy, but 2 kills are the only thing Giant X have been able to pick up this game. TP flank. Nucko may be caught out. Mega Blast Cone.
Series coming as well. Nucko can hold his ground. Fiesta doesn't have the TP, so probably a little bit caught out here, Nucko.
Maybe he is. Maybe the game's not done yet. At the very least, it's an honorable play. Another shutdown. Jackie's just got double shutdowns. If there is a way, maybe he'll find it.
If a comeback will happen this game, it will be for Jackis.
Okay.
He is the person you want the gold on. He is the person you
Es
want
wird nicht passieren.
XP, resources,
Es wird tatsächlich nicht passieren, das Comeback.
objective shutdowns, cookies, whatever you can find, you gotta give it to Jackis this game, because if he's not ahead, I don't see how GX has the damage to go through the burst of Vitality. This pick and roll comp. They can just pick any target they want and just roll over them. Fleshing is a little bit in danger. Will dash out to the Saya. as that's a third dragon. 1 dragon, a nuisance. 2 dragons, an eyebrow raiser. 3 dragons, that's a problem, Mysterix. This is something that GX has to respond to in 5 minutes, or Vitality will walk away with a Chemtech soul.
So that 5-minute timer starts now. 30 seconds till the Baron as well. GIANX doing their due diligence, getting topside, a bit of a push. We'll enable the reset and maybe a bit of vision here for Jun to control the space. But in terms of fighting, I mean, Kazi has...
Vitality Nummer 13 Menü kannst du, glaube ich, ja, ich glaube nach der Performance, nach den letzten Performance kann man, glaube ich, sagen, ja.
There's a lot of damage that comes through. So yes, a couple of whoopsies, a couple of mistakes, a couple of picks here for GIANX. But the game is still stalled out. The game is still halted in the favor of Vitality, still maintaining over an 8,000 gold lead. Lyncas thinks about, well, can I Vault Breaker in? Obviously not going to do it blind, but just plays off of his vision, while blue buff is scarcely taken by Isma in the meantime.
Yeah, look at the sidelines right now. Vitality are pushing in both the bot and the top, and they're trying to congregate into this area and try to get deeper and deeper vision, pushing GX under their tower, making them second guess every single waking moment they want to walk into their own jungle.
Ja, Navi ist auch noch irgendwo da, so. Genau.
Shepherded into a tighter and tighter confined space. Jar on the drone towers. Lop.
This has had a magical game so far. Isma's like, can I get a cab? They've all been taken away. Mid-wave narrowly being defended here by Flackett with no wave clear. That's the other thing, Finn. When we talk about the wave clear, obviously, if Baron gets taken, how hard that'll be for the defense for GIANX to be held. Lyncas is going to clear away any vision here with the Rift Scuttler. And starts the Baron off of that as well. He just takes the Vault Breaker in, and here comes Xayah.
Vitality doesn't want to wait for the Soul. Soul is up in 3 minutes, but they want to fight right now. They feel confident. But that's a Hunter Baron.
Hunter Baron.
Does a lot of pulsating AoE damage. And you see their health bar is going lower. The Tempered Fate comes out, spotted out. GIANX, what are you going to do?
How do they get in, Finn? Now Tempered Fate's out. True Shot Barrage does some damage. Lyncas is low, but it doesn't matter. Baron's going to drop down.
And it's because Vitality did their due diligence. Look how far they pushed in their vision line.
Yeah.
They are, GIANX is completely blind. You don't know in which bush there's an Aubrey, there's a Rumble, there's a Fleshy on the flank. They don't know where they are. It's terrifying to walk into an area like that. And they decided giving over the Baron is the lesser evil if they want to have a chance in this game. Because right now, if we take a stake at the game, Vitality is 10k gold up at 22 minutes and are completely running this game.
Kazi just solo killed Oscar, and I mean, a taunt against an AD champion is never going to do too much, and Oscar had no way out. He thought, maybe I can get some objective bounty. But he is dead for 30 seconds now. So, Baron's already started off with a big one, and the Red Bull Baron power play starting at 2k is a nice place as Fiesta looking to push in mid-wave to the inhibitor turret.
We gotta keep in mind, Mysterix. This is possibly the 3rd and 4th best team in our league.
Yeah.
If MCOY continue to slump, these are the 2 teams that are favored to potentially go to Worlds from the European region. And Vitality is making it look very convincing this game that they...
Verdammt gute Frage, warum die Shutdowns so niedrig sind. Actually. Verdammt gute Frage.
They've also got to do it as they get the playoffs, Finn.
Very true.
I mean, that's the problem.
That's the crux.
And obviously we're in the middle of the season, like we're past the halfway point. We're discussing things like, well, does Fiesta comes in with a Spirit Rush. Tries to shake Flack at True Shot Barrage. Dodged out of the way. Spell Flux was on his head, so Fiesta could have taken some severe damage. But he ults in, ults out. And Baron has run half of its course here with the pressure continuing.
And realistically, as GX here, what do? You need to, I think, mentally fortify yourself. Tell your teammates, okay, I love this classic Perks quote. They were playing G2 against Fnatic. I think it was 2019 spring or summer.
Okay.
And they were getting completely rolled.
Yep.
But he brought the team morale back with one simple phrase. Make them sweat for it. Make them sweat to get that Nexus down. Even if you're not gonna win the game, at least make it difficult for them. Try to pick them in the setup. Try to pick them on side. Try to be as annoying as you can so you don't go into that game 2 with a full defeatist attitude.
Well, maybe sweating now. Fiesta just gets poked out, so that's a good way to start. Here's my audacious charge onto Lyncas. Gets the win down again. True Shot Barrage not going to connect. Fiesta heals up thanks to the Rift. Oscar in and moving into position to ulti in, and that stops the Baron play. The push onto Fiesta, maybe. Jackie's going to step up. Naknako's there as well. He halts the back a second time. The all-in is flashed away by Naknako, but now there's no Emperor's Divide. Fiesta didn't back away as all. Charm gets in. Orb Deception into the circle as well. A new one erupts.
Das tut schon fast weh, ne? Weil es einfach so lange dauert.
Numbers disadvantage now as Oscar expends the ulti to maybe sweat Vitality, Finn.
Yeah, I mean, Vitality, in the end, they're happy with the Baron. They pushed in 2 tier 2 towers, pushed in top, and now turned away into the bot side, where they will pick up that Hextech Soul. Now leaving Fiesta on the top side. I imagine they're going to rotate down. No, Carsey is going to split push.
Okay.
It's a rare Saya split push. You see Carsey on the bot side here by himself. I think he thinks he's a top laner.
Yeah.
He's trying to cook something on the sideline here.
Ja, aber lass uns über wichtige Dinge reden. Wir haben eine neue, falls ihr in der alten... Moment.
has no flash burner before he was in overheat status. Flashy pulls out the quickness as well, jumps in and out, and the charm buys some time onto Isma. Vault Breaker charged up, thinking about an angle. Lyncas, cease and desist, used. Tempered Fade as well. Hold your phone. Kazi rolls in and Isma tries for the angle, but it's not enough. Fiesta comes in with the charm max range. Onto Flaky D. Over Deception.
Oh, großer Gott.
Fiesta goes deep.
Oh, großer Gott, er kann keinen Skillshot treffen, der Blood. Blood kann keinen Skillshot treffen. Wie soll er gehen? So eine Konkurrent 300.
On Giant X's head, and Vitality will bring game 1 to a close.
That's the craziest aura play I've seen. Fiesta puts them all in the dirt and tells them it's time for a siesta. As Vitality is pushing down the Nexus in such a dominating fashion. What a game by Vitality.
Wir haben eine Kicktip-Gruppe, falls ihr sowieso Fußball schaut und ihr joinen wollt. Für kommende Bundesliga-Saison. Ist umsonst, ne? Zur Casino-Streams allgemein? Nein. Hier, wenn ihr teilnehmen wollt, wir haben 70 Leute in der Gruppe, also es sind noch 200 Slots frei, ne? 300 gehen maximal rein, ist umsonst. Es gibt für Platz 1 bis 5 gibt's eben einen Gewinn. Ja, joint rein, ist kostenlos, wenn ihr sowieso Fußball schaut oder wenn ihr einen Grund braucht, um Fußball zu schauen. Genau, wenn ihr einen Grund braucht, um Fußball zu schauen, wenn ihr schon dachtet, ey, hätte eigentlich Bock, joint rein, wir haben noch, es sind noch 225 Plätze. Yes. Müssen nur spielen, das wäre wichtig.
Wow. I just didn't have the highest hopes with the debut that he had. But I think this is a good lesson that we shouldn't judge people too harshly of their first few games.
Yes,
LEC.
well, otherwise you also wouldn't be an analyst anymore.
Kann man auch pro Spieltag einen Subskiff nehmen, ich nehme immer eure Subgifts an, ja, natürlich.
Yeah,
He deserved to get kicked.
it's true.
Did
There's
it-
someone earlier asking if we were okay, if Medic was okay. We're good.
We're surviving.
Who isn't okay? Then?
Ich habe eine Frage, Didi, warte mal.
Because
Ich schreibe es selber auf WhatsApp.
And since we're talking so much about Fiesta, let's start with our Euronics play of the day. It is one of the many Fiesta plays, actually the one that started it for us in the mid lane, where he just goes completely haywire.
Yeah, we were eating ribs and chicken balls
We
while this was
were, we
happening,
were.
and I made a few whoops that got us some odd looks in the cafeteria.
I mean, I liked what Jackie's was going for, right? He goes for the shuffle, tries to get him with the wall, and he hits him with it, but there's so much damage, and Fiesta recognizes that he can, like, ulti, flash out of tower range, and he'll take that last tower as well, and just gets the solo kill, crashes the next wave, and that's building that lead to set Vitality up for success.
If he died there, it wasn't the play of the day.
No, I don't think we would have put it as the play of the day if he had
Fair
died.
enough.
But it was still very impressive. And then continued to be impressive as the game went on. This is the last play of the game. As I thought, like I was saying, Fiesta, you have so many Spirit Rushes, just go for it. At this point, I was concerned. I thought he might die, but a great stopwatch gets him another Spirit Rush charm, and Vitality are just so far ahead that Fiesta can have a little bit of a dance party on his opponent's graves.
Yeah, and what a surprising game. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know, like, there was just a stomp. This didn't even look close. This looked like the first place team versus the 10th, right? This is not the third versus fourth best team in the league that we were expecting. And it's especially weird because it's not like you're looking at the draft and you could argue that maybe Giant X draft is a little bit wonky at times, but it just felt like such a big player discrepancy in every single lane, in every single play. That where do you even go back to as the drawing board as Giant X after this one?
It's like if you played a game like this and now you have to go back, it is a best of 3. It does seem one of those
You have
like
to compensate it's a
just
fluke.
yeah,
You have to say it's a fluke.
or just full
if I
go
was a
next.
Giant X player, I would be like, no, guys, it was Like, we just
Unlucky.
all played bad.
Yeah, just unlucky game.
Next game.
It happens. They fell behind in the early game, and Vitality punished them really well for it. I do want to come back to that draft point because I do feel that like Gynex's draft did not give them what we've seen their drafts give them in the past, right? Like, it felt very
Yeah, I mean, when
lopsided.
we looked at the MCOY, right, they had the Vi, Kai'Sa, Taliyah. All of them want to do exactly the same thing. In this game, you have the Bard, who's kind of like, yeah, just chilling. You have the Xin Zhao. They don't really want to do the same thing, right? They kind of, like, Xin Zhao wants to go in, Bard wants to stay at range and kind of roam around. And then the mid laner as well, it's like the Azir wants to slowly scale up. It doesn't really...
Got baited by the buff.
Yeah, maybe. But it doesn't set up for this like aggressive, nice top side that all wants to do exactly the same thing that I think we've seen Ginex work so well with.
Yeah, it felt like they had some.
Ja, ich glaube, Koreaner lernen
engage and never
Basic English.
to align those.
Meine ich.
Vitality were very good at finding their man, picking a target off, and then snowballing the fight from that. In fact, I think Vitality's composition looked very much like something I'd expect Ginex to draft, which is the, hey, we do one thing, we do it really well together, and then we've killed one person, we can win the 4v5.
I always wonder, isn't that just what every team wants to do? Isn't that just a comp? Because like,
It's a good
wouldn't
draft.
most teams
It's a
want a
solid
good draft?
draft, yeah.
It's a classic, I feel
Yeah.
like. Like Ahri, Vi, we've seen that combo so much.
Yep.
Vi with Rakan, really fantastic. Saya as well into the like melee champions of Ginex is really nice. And then Rumble is just OP champ, right? Fits into any draft. So I think you have such a strong way of playing the game. Just Vi goes in, put down the equalizer, everybody can follow up really easily. While Ginex, they don't have that. They need to outplay the engage, find the re-engage after they've already disengaged and poke them out a little bit with Flacket hitting the Qs. Like, it's so much harder for them to play, while Vitality press all their buttons, go in, pick and roll, as Finn was saying.
Low-key, even forgot about Flacket for a second there. I mean, I wasn't here week one. You know, this is the first time I see this roster. I heard good things. I heard that they...
Habe ich mit dem SK Shifters Game 2 im Banger fast absoluten Banger.
Top 4.
I could still put them top 4.
MCOY is taking that slot.
MCOY is not getting that slot. I think their percentage of scenarios goes down with SK having 1 as well, by the way. I think because SK are now much more in contention for those top 4, top 6 slots. I don't think SK are getting top 4.
But I think
by
after
the way,
watching that, the probabilities are going up as we speak.
Yeah.
I mean, true. It's possible that MCOY still make it through, but for
To be fair, Ginex did beat MCOY, so it's kind of
yeah,
really
exactly.
it's-
That's
nothing
bad.
makes sense,
It's
nothing
bad
makes
for
sense.
MCOY if they match with Ginex because of the tiebreaker rules.
Yeah.
I think you just coming back to your point about does not every team want to just do that, go in and kill people. There are different drafts, right? You see 1-3-1s. We've seen like G2 and KC try and experiment a little bit more with their drafts. I don't think Ginex is at the level where you can have a draft that isn't coordinated.
Everybody go in
that
same
way.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just do a thing together well. If they get past that point, then we can see a little bit more, oh, we can play shadow side lanes and we can try and out-macro our opponents. But Ginex's macro is not what I think of as their main strength.
But SK last game, for example, Camilla Kali,
Yes.
super split push focus. So there's a lot of ways you can definitely draft.
Feels like that was after stomping that game one.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah,
like,
when
okay,
you have
we can do
motive,
it.
when you have confidence, it's a lot
We can do it.
easier
It is
to
harder.
yeah.
Yeah, a little bit less confidence for Ginex going into this next game. Let's see if they can bring it back, or Vitality close it out with a 2-0.
Es wird das Vitality 2-0, right?
Plating as well. Fiesta has the Spirit Rush.
Die sahen schon, also, was der da Midlane abzieht, ist schon krank.
The shuffle is clean, but Fiesta pulls out the ult himself. Turrets disconnected.
Can you hit the turret? You go. I push mid.
What, do you go mid?
Yeah, I push mid. I push mid.
Not a damn gal.
I'm blazing. Oh, does he have ult?
No, doesn't. I'm lazy there.
Mit Champ stehen für Solo-Queue an. Oh, ehrlich gesagt, weiß ich noch nicht, ob ich Solo-Queue spiele heute. Ich muss überlegen, vielleicht chill ich auch, ich weiß nicht. No promises.
He's Ari.
Vielleicht chill ich auch. Vorhin Maoka Gamer gespielt, ich habe ein Maoka Game gespielt, kein Banger. Wo ist der Hunger? Ja, vielleicht spiele ich auch Solo-Queue, will ich verarschen. Was mache ich sonst? Anime schon. Fairerweise, aber ja. Schon normal.
A new champion. Welcome to my shop. You'll need the right build. Choose wisely, because every upgrade brings you closer to the next level. So tell me, how will you level up?
Want to find your fastest server every time? Express like a pro and optimize your connection in one tap. Express in game without ISP throttling. Express and shield yourself from DDoS attacks. Express and choose the VPN trusted by gamers everywhere. Express
Ich habe, glaube ich, 3 oder 4 neue.
Way. Fast, stable, competitive. Outplay the world. It's time to Express. Unlock free Hextech rewards, exclusive skins, and more. Scan to subscribe.
The whole room was howling.
Howling? Oh, that's not howling.
So, ich bring kurz meinen Teller weg. Dann gehen wir rein in Game 2. Aber also, to be honest, die sahen schon 100.000 Mal besser aus, ne? Das Big gegen Spirit morgens Stream. Ja, ich könnte bestimmt EWC anfragen, aber machen wir nicht, nein. Morgen ist auch den ganzen Tag League of Legends. Okay, bis gleich.
I lied awake for days, counting all the ways I died. Everything I couldn't save, buried down, still half alive. It's got me crawling in my skin, but no one's coming out to hold me close. Pouring out the gasoline, yeah, I've been making friends with all these ghosts, and I got nothing left to lose. Fight to the future. It's not me to turn and run. Met the bitter truth and I choked it down. Left a bad taste on my tongue, but my appetite's been growing now. I can see you crawling in your skin, but no one's coming out to hold you close. I'm pouring out the gasoline, so say hello to all my ghosts.
Game 1 was a stinger from Vitality, an absolute shellacking, a banger, a whack-a-mole. And Giant X just couldn't get their heads out of the plastic holes for, you know. Finn, it hurt. It really hurt, and I think all lanes can come out pretty proud of what they achieved in that first game from Vitality's sake.
I mean, in Game 1, every single player on Vitality outclassed their counterpart. It was just, they had 5 better players across the map. And it's as you say, Hysterics, Giant X didn't really hold a candle to Vitality in Game 1, and I think right now, all that's on their mind is on the bounce back. Now, what was the difference between the drafts in Game 1? GX had a little bit more complex. They had a quite difficult comp to execute on. They had to play well around spaces, disengage well. Meanwhile, Vitality, they just had one mode. send it.
Yeah. And
Just send it.
worked very well.
And I think GX kind of needs to simplify maybe their approach here to this game, because
Oh shit.
I think they need to set themselves up in lane. They need stronger laners, because
Yo.
if they fall behind against Vitality, I think Vitality is that kind of team that will run away with the goal lead.
Yeah.
So what do? Don't let them get that goal lead. Secure prio lanes, secure a strong jungler. At least 1 or 2 prio lanes I think is crucial for GX if they are to come back in this series.
Okay, prio, keyword.
Cassio, Jace is bad.
Cassio's up, lock gone as well. Does that show?
So the lock to me speaks for either a Syndra or an Orianna pick.
Ori, yeah.
Most likely. I mean, could be a Cassio as well. We'll see. It is Vitality that will first pick, so they could take...
Nur für Bundesliga und für Champions League machen wir auch noch eine. Aber die kommt später.
To play mages. Final ban. Varus is still up and available, by the way.
Pantheon as well.
Pantheon too. There goes the Cassio.
Yeah, so you could
Varus,
just take the Pantheon here if you want to. If you really want the prio lane, I think Varus is the champion that kind of guarantees your lane push. Pantheon would be a good option. The Lee Sin is being hovered. Lyncas is a good Lee Sin player and
Lee
it's
Sin
locked
Shen.
in.
So do you have to take away Shen for this comp? What do you...
No, I don't think the Shen matters that
Doesn't
much.
matter?
You,
Okay.
you can give it over if you want to. I want to see where Isma wants to take this matchup. When I see Lee Sin, I think maybe a little Wukong, you know.
Oh yeah.
Kind of the Cyclone to disrupt his insect opportunities, just in general good in those skirmishes in the river. But yeah, Victor, Syndra, both champions that are very prevalent across the world that secure early lane prio. Orianna, also available, with Lock being banned, is showing herself
Oh, Nocturne's up too.
in the meta. You
go
could go for
Nocturne into
Nocturne.
Lee?
I think it makes a lot of sense. But the Pantheon or Nocturne.
To be honest, so langweilig war es nicht. Also Salty Runbacks und so waren schon fun.
The classic combo, but wow, Isma is just taking us for Tour de France here. In the draft phase, we'll see where he ends up going. I mean, whichever jungle you want, whichever jungle you think you're gonna have the highest impact on, is always gonna be the best pick. Nocturne is good with a combo, but I think a lot of other champions offer things more than a combo. The good thing about the Nocturne is that it's quite hard to go to side lane if you're a mage.
Right.
Because you go against Orianna, you can't pick the Akali, you can't pick the Lock. What are you gonna play into Orianna? It's probably gonna be a mage.
Probably like the Victor or something, right?
Yeah.
Or you're just gonna accept.
And that kind of means that Orianna can always at least play confident on the side lanes against these mages. Why?
Yeah.
If the mages go to the side lane, if there's a Nocturne there, they will just perish.
But it's Fiesta, and after playing Ari
okay.
game 1, he's got to go further in game 2, Finn. He's just gotta.
I mean, he definitely takes the fight to his territory. The LeBlanc
Mach's gut, GG.
is a volatile one. LeBlanc, Lee Sin. It's a win the game in 15 minutes or FF.
Do it again.
Classically, historically a mid jungle that is played to dominate the mid to early games or mid to early phases of the game and run away with the game as well. Corki, another lock-in, strong laner. You see a pattern here for Vitality? Strong laners,
see it.
strong early game jungler. Vitality wants to give it to GX really fast.
Right. Can they do it? How fast can Vitality go? While Giant X, maybe they want to take things slow, Finn. But Varus locked in. I mean, they're telling me that they're ready for burst as well. They got a lot of ult lockdown.
I mean, the Varus into Corki is a fine matchup. Can contest the push. Depends a lot on the support.
Right.
I do fear a little bit for Vitality. Right now, coming off a high of that game 1, had a fantastic early game, super hard stomp.
Yeah.
And now they come into game 2, and they really say that we're gonna do it again. You saw us do this last game, we're gonna do it again. So they're really setting it for the early game, and I think this might be a trap they fall into.
Aatrox ban, is that fishing for Nah? Is that fishing for maybe they're going to send the Varus top? Is it trying to confuse Vitality? What do you think that indicates?
I think that's a respect ban for Naknako.
Right,
Because
okay.
he just blinded it last week.
True, actually.
And Wunder played the TF into it. Naknako just blinded Aatrox, says, I'm blinding Aatrox, I'm gonna play Aatrox, I don't care what you play into me.
Bane ban? Are they fishing for maybe to get their Cassante for Naknako again?
Renekton is probably gonna be the pick.
Renekton,
In
okay.
case you didn't have enough early game.
True.
You can stab a Renekton.
Die ersten 3 von Giant X sind auf jeden Fall solide im Draft. Vitality hat das extrem aggressive. Können wir Lyncas später fragen, ob der immer so liegt? Ja, aber also ich kenne die Antwort. Die Antwort ist ja, der hat schon immer so, der lag schon immer so in seinem Stuhl drin. Also ich kann ihn gerne fragen, aber ja, die Antwort wird ja sein.
Something that can play a little bit slower.
Because you go support here for counter pick on 5 for top, right?
Yeah, I just think get some CC in the support role. Anything. that can kind of either peel or lock down people. Like they have the Orianna, Nocturne, Alistar. They have the Bouncy Castle.
Am I stupid to say maybe LeBlanc could go a different lane and pick Silas here on 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Just had to ask, Finn. That's why you're here.
Yeah.
So for the time being, put that out of my head. Sit LeBlanc mid. What are we going to get in the top lane?
I mean, if to do that, you're a genius. So you,
well, yeah,
you
either
just
way.
call it out.
Giant Loose für SK voll wichtig. Ja, sehr wichtig sogar.
So
engage for Vitality, right?
Engage for Vitality. Rel, Final Alistar, a classic handshake support matchup.
Yep.
Both champions really do the same thing. They engage, they peel, they have CC, easy. What are you gonna buy? It's just gonna be Renekton, isn't it? Oh my god, Vitality.
Does Oscar going to play Kennen?
He could play Kennen. I think Kled is pretty good into Renekton. Gnar or Cassante is the two main answers into Renekton. He did play Ornn yesterday, and I think Ornn does fit the identity of GX.
Thematically,
yeah. So I'm gonna give it to you really simple.
Please.
Vitality needs to get ahead early game, or they will just lose the game, and they need to get really ahead. Giants X, they have impeccable team fighting. The Ornn, the Orianna, the Alistar, the Nocturne, so much AoE CC and damage to boots. Vitality, strong lanes, strong early game jungle. This is gonna be this game is either gonna be a blowout or a slow despair.
Mit Snorkern, Masterclass auf dem Amphib. Boah. Also, wir haben schon sehr aggressiv gespielt in Game 1 und auch sehr gut ahead gekommen, aber also mal sehen, das erfordert sehr, sehr gutes Snowballing und sehr cleanes Game.
But last game, the comp wasn't the problem. It was the lane assignments that let them down to the tune of at least 2,000 gold for Giant X's first 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, definitely was an odd choice from Giant X last game, putting the Ezreal into the Rumble. Didn't seem like they had the best read. Now, to be fair, they can mismatch lanes. Putting the Ornn into the Corki and pressuring the Renekton with the Varus is a better idea, so maybe this is the game to do it.
Maybe it is. Finn has faith in Giant X. Vitality after game 1 though, Sword. And it's really up to Giant X to change our minds, because Vitality, what a beautiful piece of League of Legends that game 1 was. They're looking to rinse and repeat quite fast at that measure as well. Fiesta's coming in this game with Ignite in the mid lane. And we're going to find out what they can do with Fiesta once again on a champion that can snowball and run out of control.
You know, in some of our games,
I
think it makes sense to kind of zone out in the early game. You know, you just kind of enjoy the ambience.
Yeah.
Viewers at home, you need to lock in right now, because this game is going to come at you, and it's going to come at you fast.
Ignite, Electrocute.
I think we need
Keine Bets. Großer Gott. Ja. Immer wollen, aber nie für Subs giften. Was denn? Immer wollen, wollen, wollen. Eure Primes sind hier gut aufgehoben. Ich nehme sie an.
Yeah. That's next spin. You know, if this goes to a game through, I mean, obviously Renekton's already been picked. Maybe next series for Vitality.
When Eyes on Fiesta on this LeBlanc needs to kind of redeem himself from that LeBlanc game over in Paris in week 1.
True, but as you said, it felt like a very different Vitality. At least game 1 has shown that, as Jackie's paying respect here. As Fiesta.
So, Kellerkind, danke fürs ganze Jahr.
Coming in, next minion, and then Fiesta's got 1 to go before that level 2 comes through. Jackie's going to get that Clockwork wind up to try and match that tempo as well, and he will shortly. Both two at the same time. As Distortion and now I assume Chains, Finn, or maybe Sigil.
Probably Sigil.
Probably
most
Sigil.
likely. I mean, you could go Chains. Depends a lot. Usually what you do is you hold it.
Yep.
And if the Orianna gives you a Q range, you can then QW out attack and then W back.
Yep.
If she doesn't give you that Q range and she concedes the wave push, you can just W forward, look for Chain. But yeah, he went for the Sigil here. Aggressive trading in the mid side.
Very aggressive.
Jackis has the TP, so Fiesta has to take his recall quite cleverly. Jun getting a bit low.
As we kind of expected, I guess. Kazi's got a massive wave stacking up.
You guys see that?
What?
They just pinged on my way on this wave. On this wave that's coming out of base, Vitality pinged on my way. I don't know what the way is. I don't know what the way is, but they're pinged on my way on that wave.
Diving, Finn, or what? Do you think they chunk out and look for the Lee Sin to come on this next wave? I mean, surely it's too early, right?
Because I mean, there's no way they dive.
That's what I'm saying.
I just don't know why they pinged on.
On-Hit-Ware sieht hier ein bisschen schwer aus, oder?
It's big. Maybe they're saying Kazi's going to back on this next wave coming in.
Yeah, maybe. And maybe they can look on his bounce now, because the wave bot will push back.
Telly, danke für den dritten.
Vitality and Lyncas will be here, and meanwhile Nocturne will not be here, so look now, they are pinging this wave in Giant X, and they're saying we are in danger on this wave. This wave is scary. They're saying, as Flacket is Playing slow.
I think this is genius from Fleshy because they know that Kazi backed and they're thinking, hang on a minute.
I think they expect it. I think they know
They
it's
do?
a possibility.
He gets the Shattering Strike down. He's got Aftershock. Jun goes full in. Crashdown does connect. Trample there. I guess nothing's really going to happen. Lethal Tempo picked up by Flacket, and he gets a good trade on Fleshy, who, again, didn't reset.
Yeah, I mean, Lyncas is here. I'm not sure if there's a play for him. Maybe Fleshy can
Maybe
flash.
it is. It's a flash. It's a double
Schön
shot.
gespielt, ne?
Sonic
Wow, gut von Lyncas.
waited for Jun to pull the trigger, but he never did. Lyncas helps give first blood over to Kazi.
Schon mal aus dem Losing Team MVP gekommen? Nein, es ist immer, also die Option gibt es nur im Winner-Team. Er verliert aber seine Topside-Camps. Es ist Hindsight nicht gut, ne? Weil er verliert halt seine Raptors.
You know your jungler is top side. You know Lyncas is bot side.
Okay, good question.
This gank was telegraphed. Vitality had to get ahead early, and they're already on the board to go away with this game.
700 gold from Kazi, and it is a meaty wave being denied. Now, granted, Flacket has the range, and I believe he even picked up the cannon, so he'll pick up the majority of it as he resets. But the kill went over to Kazi. He's picked up a longsword Ruby Crystal on the makings of Trinity Falls already. We look towards mid. Lynch is coming in again. Safeguard in for a Sonic Wave. Tempest, Cripple in trouble. Jackie has to flash away as Fiesta set that up nicely.
It's good pace from Vitality. They could have invaded the Raptors, but they chose to go for the gank mid. Now, crucially, Jackis doesn't have the flash.
Yep.
You see what he's buying. He knows he's in danger. That was a horrible circle. I'm going to redraw that.
Thank you.
He knows he's in danger. Speedrunning double Ruby Crystal wasn't enough to save his flash from that play. Next time Fiesta lands a chain mid while Lyncas is around.
Soll wahr sein, ja, aber ich finde, also ich weiß nicht, ob er hier DPSen kann.
Perished, not in this world anymore. Unliving. Whatever you want to say.
Well, Lyncas doesn't get the Sonic Wave. That's going to be in a short cooldown. Isma starts off the Krugs.
Isma, Naka can walk here.
This is going to reset consistently. You're right. There's going to be priority for the Renekton to move in first. Finn, he's also almost to level 6. So I think Isma definitely has to pay respect towards the Dominus that's about to come out now. Gets a stun up. Never mind. Nuko needs another minion. Finally finds it. Level 6 required for both. But still the push will come in. We look towards bottom lane. Jun in a bit of trouble here. Kazi getting the autos down. But Jun has to just disengage and hope that he gets that passive up to help sustain this lane that continuously is suffering from the trade.
And to reiterate, Vitality is playing an early game comp.
Yes.
They should be winning early. But it doesn't matter that you win early unless you can snowball it into a game victory. And they need to keep this pace.
Nice crash down. Boss Bomb flashed away from that pace you talk about.
Macht ein Jun da.
Running into the Shattering Strike for John.
Großer Gott.
That one, Finn. I am not sure. Hail of arrows for Flacket, but he's got a full wave in his head that's doing damage to him. Backs are going to be stopped. Flacket running out of mana. Won't be able to get the Q in the Quiver. And a nice back timing as well here as bot wave is neutralized.
Jin had a lot of confidence walking in for that
He
standout
did,
attack.
Finn. Maybe he shouldn't have.
And I can respect a cow with confidence.
Was sehe ich da? Ein Stomp.
Because it starts
Kompletter Stomp. Wieder.
aggressively and Jun trying to get a combo so they can get some kind of trade. But here Jun walks back in, maybe not realizing that Fleshy hadn't used the Shattering Strike yet.
Maybe.
Holding that cooldown, baits him in, and then the moment he's melee range, you can just stun him and kill him with Corki. It's an easy play.
They've also got a full wave as well, Finn. That's the other problem. Minions do damage.
They do.
So, early game is going well. It's 2,000 gold in 6 minutes.
Yeah. And you gotta keep it coming from Vitality. Gotta keep your feet on the gas pedals, because you need to keep snowballing. Dragon will not be picked up yet. That's a red on the Baron. Dragon. She hasn't been a jungler in, what, 2 years?
2 years, something like that. Yeah, I remember.
But now Lyncas is down here in the bot side. Karse is thriving on this Corki.
Oh, yeah.
Fiesta is rotating with him. Remember, Jackis doesn't have flash. If Fiesta ever rotates down there towards the bot side, he can go here into the enemy jungle. He can go even here, put the ward here. He can even fog down all the way here. There's no way the Orianna can run after him. There's no way, because the moment Orianna runs into the enemy jungle, if he is camping there, she will die.
Yep.
So he has so much freedom. So much freedom to do whatever he wants.
Die spielen halt sehr gut. Also das muss man sagen, die pushen schon sehr, sehr aggressiv Leads.
Covering the camps
Schon ziemlich gut.
of Lyncas, so he can now recall, go back into his top side, take the red buff. Jackis gets a well-needed push out here from this rotation. So
Reset from Lyncas, by the way. He'll be coming back with Tamar and a longsword. It's a small advantage after Dragon goes down. As you said, with Fiesta covering there.
okay, they're swapping it again now. And I think it makes a lot more sense this game.
It's better this game, isn't
Putting the Varus into the Renekton and putting the Ornn into the Corki. But look where Carsey is. He's smelling it. No, he's gonna go bot.
Okay.
Didn't want to commit for the swap. I think
Hast du die Fnatic Gap?
do that.
Yep.
Now, you could still contest topside here.
Hast du hier schon gesubbt?
Grubs.
Renekton is strong. The thing is, Oscarina has TP. So if Vitality commit to fight here, number advantage will be in GX's favor.
One grub. Are they going to greed for more? Lights can be turned off by Isma. Lyncas thinks about an angle, needs that spell shield to get the kick down. Next grub is going to be smited first here by Lyncas. Paranoia shockwave, but he's up against the wall. Isma's deep gets kicked
Oder
off.
disengage.
It's for one grub here as Ginex finds some success.
Ich mach's gleich ein Interview mit Lyncas.
Teleported to the play late. Second grub, yes, for
Verdollt, falls du hier hast, habe ich tatsächlich. Ja.
bot is now.
And that's a huge win for Vitality. As
Na, sie danke für den Prime.
for the invade after Magnus through. Let's call the Forge God for Ignite down
Oh my Lord, have mercy.
He gets the auto, but remember,
Kennst du ihn? Ja.
well,
look at the side waves.
they're so deep, Finn. They're
pushing
wasting
both
time.
Ja.
Both towers are being pushed by Vitality. GX, you're chasing ghosts. You're trying to find
Jetzt
the
nicht auch
fight.
Close
Don't
Base,
assist.
aber ja.
Vitality are just playing with you, leading you along and giving you false expectations that a fight will break out.
Again, maybe it's a macro. We have to question that Giant X have abandoned about 3 waves now, Finn, or 4. And Kazi, remember they still did get one grub, but excess damage is now 1,300 gold up. Bit of a whoopsie to the tune of 1,000 gold that Vitality just got off that one single play.
Yeah, I mean, all those plates acquired by Vitality. For what? The fact that GX got 2 grubs? They got 1 more grub. That was the only victory
They got Lee Sin flag.
Wo Tipprunde? Hier.
Used quite a bit
Da
of
rein. Da sofort reinjoinen.
To be fair. And they're not matching.
Sofort da reinjoinen.
Trying to pick up their roll quests.
Noch 200 Spots. 210.
Next problem, Dominus going to come in. Oscarina has no order. He's called the Forge God before. Where's the Searing Charge? Waiting for that. Not going to get a pillar or anything else down. Nucko.
Okay, Tip sponsoring real.
Again, but he's not going to do anything with it except use that Colder Meek.
Wo bleibt mein Geld?
Wave. Oscar comes back in. Pillar down. And Dominus is going to time out.
Yeah, he's gonna wait for Fiesta to rotate up here. Maybe look for a dive. Isma is in the area. Doesn't have Paranoia for roughly 15 seconds. A stun in the chain here would be a kill.
Bellows Breath already used as well, so he's not going to be able to go against it. Oscarina's going to get some help soon, but will he be alive? But then the auto comes through. Fiesta finds it. Nucko now the only one in trouble. Jun has come in. Yeah, he bops it, but not. The problem is, Finn, with that flank stake, it's going to be chewy enough. Nucko can't bite through it. Isma instead picks up the kill. Nice little flank from the cow. But again, what's the problem, Finn? Look at bot.
Look at bot. Look at top. Like, Nucko didn't lose a wave. He already pushed in the wave and is pressuring a dive.
Flank Stack war gut, ja, I mean.
Single little minions worth of farm. Meanwhile, Oscar lost half a wave. They used Alistar TP.
Also zufällig Infos, wann es wieder Syrups im Angebot gibt? Nein. Ich vermute, also im Normalfall
It was that first trade by
so
Nucko with the dominance
alle 1,5 Monate würde ich schätzen, Pi mal Daumen.
not available. And he just translates that into a kill. Why? We talked about
Und wann war die letzte? Vor einem Monat circa, oder? Also ja.
the LeBlanc wants the side lanes to be volatile, so she has somewhere to run to.
Yeah.
So great tandem by Nucko and Fiesta, setting up a kill on Oscarina. And they keep the snowball rolling for now. 3.6k gold lead at 11 minutes. We talked about it in the draft. We talked about it in the early game. Vitality's comp need to
Da muss er vorne aushalten, ja. Also ich würde immer Staffelrabatt warten.
forward at a fast pace. Otherwise, they will
Die Aktion, also ich poste die Aktion by the way immer im Discord in allgemein.
Trinity Force.
Die für jetzt kommende Woche ist, habe ich gestern gepostet.
Vitality got the first. 3.5k gold lead on your screen.
Da gibt's Chunky Restocks, große.
Open lane. And Oscar's going to be
Ja.
out here with the deep vision they've been able to put down, so he's
Ja, 30% auf Chunky Flavor bis zu 2 Stück morgen.
Vitality uses to invade as well.
I mean, Oscar is just losing so much farm. Like, not
Can
going
they
up here
dive him?
by himself. They
He's
have
in TV for the
Carsey.
shield. And he gets it, and now he's got the shield. Unbreakable will for
And he's got
Jun.
his best buddy there as well.
And he's got
Und Mikicino ist morgen außerdem Chocolate Krispy Kreme.
He comes up.
Wenn
Fiesta gets bot.
ihr Fan davon seid, ist morgen auch Restock.
The crackdown into it.
Ne, am Sonntag.
Sonic
Morgen
weapon,
ist Samstag.
so much damage to Ornn. He's not tanky enough this early in the game. A kill going over to Lyncas. Or Fiesta the Lee Sin in the end. It is a horror here. for
12 Minuten, by the way, ist komplett krank.
Again.
And the side lanes keeping the bane of Oscar's existence. He can't really catch any farm right now, falling so far behind. 1.2k gold behind Nako now. 40 CS, 2 kills down. He is struggling in this game on the Ornn. He just wants to get to his first item, his second item, get to those team fights, but Vitality is making it so difficult for him to get even a sliver of money.
And we're obviously focusing on the fact that Giant X are unable to get anything in this early game, are really suffering. But you've got to put it towards Vitality. The compliments here are that once again, all their lanes play to fruition. But their macro has been good, their lane state has been perfect, if not some of the best we've seen in the league so far. This is a masterclass that we've been asking for, that we saw in the regular season last.
Die große Frage ist wirklich, schafft es Fnatic gegen dieses Team zu gewinnen?
Based on their regular season.
I mean, look, this comp is like
Das ist ja wirklich
they can do
die Frage aller Fragen.
with everything that they've accumulated. A lot of teams, they would get decision paralysis. They wouldn't really know how to use every single tool of the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, the little weird scissor things.
Yeah,
the
like,
bottle
what is
opener.
are we cutting someone's hair? No. I wouldn't know how to use it. But Vitality is using everything they have available. But now,
yeah, here's my bit. The flash comes out. Call the Fort God follows up under the turret. Finally going to die is Kazi. Giant X. You talk about that Swiss Army knife. It looks like they found out how to use one tool of their own.
I mean, you know, when in doubt, you can always rely on an AD carry dying on a mid wave.
That's true.
It's the old faithful. Finally, using the Orianna Nocturne combo, catching out Carsey, who was overstepping. Good punish by Giant X. And this might be the start of a comeback, because they need to keep finding plays like this. Delay the snowball of Vitality is all they can do.
Isma in trouble. The flash forward with Ignite. He's dead. Isma's dead.
God.
Fiesta
Oh my
clean.
God.
No shockwave. Jackie's still going to follow up. The Fleshy's on the way. Clone comes out. Jackie's gets some dissonance down, and there is enough damage, but Fiesta knows.
Game Feierabend. Nee, wir spielen noch ein bisschen Solo. Ich weiß noch nicht, wie lang. Keine Promises, dass bis 12 geht. Comeback, oder? Hölle, nein, Hölle, nein, Hölle, nein. Einfach öffnen.
So
No Promises.
plays. Fiesta on the Ori.
Oh, ich bis Mitternacht streamen, aber
It's looking so
2 Stunden habe ich in mir.
here in the studio today.
Sag ich mal.
He's just running these games.
Fiesta doing a lot of damage. Kazi, he comes back on the respawn, and he's getting a mid alongside Lyncas as well. This is the movement. Hard commit Finn. The Giant X kind of have to send it. But all that movement enables Kazi to get yet another bit of plating here. And I'd be curious, I mean, we're at the 15-minute mark. Obviously, plating exists all year round now. But Vitality in the first 14 minutes have gotten like 7 out of the 10, or sorry, 15 plating at least on Summoner's Rift this game.
Yep. 6.3k gold ahead at 15 minutes.
We do.
It's not a small feat as Lyncas is getting the plates in the face of Ornn. Lyncas has started up the Herald, have not gotten the Renekton TP. So have to be a bit mindful, because Oscarinin could TP up there. Will lose the Pathar, of course, for it.
Vitality gesehen, ja. Also ich hab das Resultat gesehen.
Objective bounty needed.
Ist das Ding komplett over, oder?
It's quite difficult. Fiesta's gonna have to make a
The
miracle
poke
here.
coming out. The shockwave comes in, catches the LeBlanc.
Oh, shit.
The knock up as well. Fiesta's going to die. Shut down. A big move by Giant X. Knucko's walking up. He won't be to the play. He won't TP.
Was da passiert? Die haben gegen
Secured after.
VIT verloren.
He's gonna chase down
Aber ich kann's nicht einschätzen, wie gegen, also
And there's about 2,000.
ich kann's nicht in LoL-Terms packen. Ist ein Riesen-Upset.
Vitality, the clock is
Riesen-Upset.
Base
big
check.
catch.
Jun is still there. Unbreakable will. Kazi went melee. He gets bopped around. Valkyrie's out though. The flash from Isma will match him, and Lyncas saves his life. A 1-for-1 ain't bad though. As
Was haben wir wieder Augentor?
Opportunity call. The Ford got against the wall. Fletch is going to be knocked sky high. Bellows Brett double kill.
Look at Knuck.
We glazed him as Flackett is going to die to the Dominers. Yes, slowly, surely burns down. But Finn, Giant X are still getting gold. It ain't Vitality favored.
Vitality.
Also, was macht denn
And it's Giant X who is now
Vitality hier so?
Use the Orianna Nocturne combo to catch out the carries of Vitality. First, Carsey stepping up on that mid wave, being caught by Orianna Nocturne. Now Fiesta is the target.
Kazi's face checking.
And here, they're looking for something. I'm not quite sure what they're looking for. Carsey's the one face checking the Alistar. And sure, Lyncas trades back. Look at Nako here. He's chasing Blackhead down.
Come here.
Follows the flash. Slicing, dicing.
Is the best feeling is Renekton Finn.
Okay, yeah. It's a nice play.
As a Renekton, it feels like you see the 80 carry isolated and you're like, oh, Giotto's not happy. But, I mean, to be honest, this game is not done. It's definitely not done. It looked like a Vitality mark.
Was ist das für ein Orianna-Item-Bild?
Become like a kitchen
What the fuck?
where people don't know completely how they're going to put the dish together anymore.
Now, I mean, compared to where we were 4 minutes ago, GX is in a far better spot.
Oh, yeah.
Still, in a tricky scenario, 4.5k gold is not inconsequential.
Of course not.
Fiesta has to find the poke, has to find the chunks, has to find the side angles.
I noticed, Finn, Oscarinen doesn't have TP. He's got to walk over. Nucko can join, and he's got 2 items now. Isma tagged out, spell shield down.
Vitality wants a long dance here.
Flash bei Flash ab.
That's extended.
Was macht Flacket?
Just about, he gets the shield, but he's getting ignited.
Was macht was?
Over the wall, Fiesta will follow up.
Was?
Both escaping until now. It's Flacket chased by the Croc. Nucko's got another target. Jun's going to pop him in, but Unbreakable Will, that won't be enough.
Das war eine ziemlich coole Ulti von Jun. Sehr gut.
Dominus again. Nuck for 2. And Giant X thought, hey, we've got an open.
Oh, Flacket ist so fucking boosted, Mann.
And it's a difficult part.
Ich check es nicht, ich check es nicht.
They need to go immediately. They need to find the target and use their Orianna Nocturne ult the moment someone shows them. Why? Because the longer the dance goes, the more opportunities
TP.
Fiesta will have to have place.
Do another dance and instead, Fiesta's still looking for the plate. He knows, how do I get out of this? But Flesh has been found out. Jackie's over the wall. Distortion in. Shockwave going to bring him back in. The damage with dissonance. A clockwork wind up. Fiesta's dead. Jackie's still getting gold. 4-0 now on the Orianna and a gold lead. Despite losing the Dragon, despite losing the last
Eine
fight.
Punkte aus Money, da? Hey, das ist auf Vitality. Unlosable.
To be the hero the Giant X needs. We're gonna rewatch this fight. Look at this chunk from Fiesta.
EU-AD Carries, die sind alle hoffnungslos. Alle hoffnungslos. Holt mir mehr Koreaner da rein.
Pushed on top. Got a few plates.
Yep.
And it's already here as well. And gets the kill. Nucko is being extremely accelerated in this game. And there's a few too many carries right now in Vitality. Currently at soul point. Next Dragon fight will be make it or break it for Giant X if they are to come back into this game.
3.8k on that top lane, as you said. The Herald's going to drop down now. We're doing the seesaw between 6k and 4k. And right now, it looks like it's going to go back down to 4 with objective turret mid. That goes down. Good gold here. Fiesta looks for the chaser. Onto Flacket. Chains are out. Jun gets in the way.
Ist es der Venbull? Ja.
Remember, Baron also came up.
Aber ist egal.
We're going to see a fast Baron from Vitality. Instead, camera goes towards bot because Nucko takes a plate. Adds pressure in.
Dann 2 Tweets weiter unten. Bin is set to return to BLG. Rumor.
Will they be able to find him?
Es ist Zeit.
After coming through,
Es ist Zeit, Worlds zu gewinnen, ihr scheiß Freaks.
will get the shutdown again. Vitality are giving away gold at this garage sale.
I mean, they are just too greedy. The avarice of Vitality right now. They want to make so many plays. They want to push out mid. They want to defend top. They want to get bot plates.
Ist es wie mit Venbull? Ja.
Problem is Nocturne.
Anscheinend schon. Hab's bei 3 verschiedenen Accounts gesehen.
When you are at too many places at the same time, it's so easy to pop paranoia and pick out the individual members of Vitality. The goal lead is shrinking. Still, 2 minutes and 45 seconds until soul point for Vitality. If they can set up, be there early, get the proper vision control, so Fiesta can play for these massive chunks, I still favor them. Now look at Jackie's inventory.
He's huge.
God of Ages, Storm Sage, soon a full Rabadon's death cap. He is 1.6k gold ahead of Fiesta right now. The game has completely shifted when it comes to the mid lane power.
Finn, he got all the shutdowns. He's gotten all the kills. All those big, juicy gold leads have gone directly to him. Oscar's okay for now, and he is starting to sap up some of that damage. Megatron Cloak in inventory.
Kann sich mega negativen Effekt auf Blick haben. Du musst einfach nur gut spielen. Glaubst du, wenn der bei MSI und EWC performt hätte, wäre das jemals so weit gekommen? Nein. Teamchemie passt, solange du gut spielst. Einfach gut spielen. Ist nicht so deep. Ohne Spaß.
Yeah, absolutely. Jack is trying to step up.
Einfach nur gut spielen.
Of Giant X. We said it, Vitality. This is the most aggressive.
Aber machst du das mal? Brauche ich nicht.
I've seen in a long time.
Ich werde auch so berühmt.
Sloppy in the mid game with it, and now you're paying the price. This next Dragon fight, you have to win.
Yeah.
If you lose this next Dragon fight, if Vitality mess this up, the game is practically over for them.
It's the slow burn you called about, like that we're going to go to a game 3. It was either going to be a stomp, which it was at the start, or it was then going to be, which it is now, a slow burn. to a Giant X game.
Durch geleakte Sextape, dafür müsste man Sex haben.
Vision down. Jackie's, what a flank, what an angle, but the chain misses. The lights turned off. Second chain misses as well. Jackie's buying time. Shockwave on his head. He gets kicked away and he will eventually die, but Kazi gets low from an Oscar in the middle of the pit as well. And as the lights come on, Nucko is a raid boss. I thought it was okay, but then with the flash forward on the Flacken as he runs for his life, Vitality chased him down. Giant X on the Grand Escape as John pulls out the Unbreakable Will, but he will be broken into. Finn, that's not a flank sake, that's a rump. As Vitality sink their teeth in, it's Baron o'clock after the pick off of 3.
Jackies, did you go to the side wave
He
and die
did.
without any cover?
Did he do the usual thing, Finn?
Jackies.
Oh.
Greedy by Jackies goes up to push one extra wave while GXer is clawing back into the game. It is Vitality with a great pick. TP from Carsey, Nako and Fiesta. Despite Fiesta missing both of those chains, they were just at the right place at the right time to make a pick onto Jackies, and now they're gonna take the Baron and open up onto that bot side, but maybe the Dragon fight's still up.
You said, Finn, this was the fight. Make it or break it. I think Vitality made it.
We'll see if they can get Dragon off this, because Jackies, you see, he dodges both the chains, but it's a little bit too late. The Orn Keeper comes out late, the Nocturne is not really there. He's already dead by the time all of his friends arrive. And this is a slow chase, Giant X.
Jordan Flash, objective game, actually big. Oscar Innan as well is going to get called the Forge God. One down. Fiesta didn't get to press any button and Fleshy gets poked out. Dragon is denied.
His Renekton is still flanking. Still, the fact that Giant X secures that Dragon is huge.
How do we get here, Finn?
I mean, they just took the Baron.
Right.
They won the fight up, and you have the option. Do we take the Baron and be ready to give the Dragon, or do we all just instantly recall and run to the Drake? Now, the coach is right now sitting here backstage, and I'll tell you exactly what he's thinking about. I've told them 15 times every single day in scrims, just recall after the fight, open up as 5 members, and run and pick the soul. They give up the soul.
Yeah.
And you see how desperate they were to run there anywhere. Fiesta walks in and gets completely caught off. Now you have to be careful. He doesn't have TP, he doesn't ignite LeBlanc. You have to wait 30 seconds until he's here to join you guys. This Baron siege and this Baron power play is not turning out to be a very big one in the favor of Vitality.
I don't know who's going to win, Finn. I really don't. I'm very confused. Fleshy trying to stop this back, dodging away from the command attack. Jackie's about to lose this turret, and Kazi's got enough Genomite in the mid lane as well to do some damage, but that turret will stay standing for now.
I will say Vitality is still the favorites to win from this position.
Okay.
But if one more thing goes wrong...
Dive, Dominus, it's deep, that turret about to die, that's why he's going to do it. One more thing, Finn, go on.
Things can easily change up, Big Pick. Woo. Half his HP, you see that bot tier 2 falling, mid tier 2 falling. They're kind of salvaging this Baron power play. It was a negative game, negative gain.
Negative gaming, yeah.
Negative gaming, yeah. No, this was a normal...
Fischling gewonnen.
You might be the target here.
Die Woche ist auf jeden Fall eine schwache, ja.
He's going to get a GA, you're right, but when he comes out, what's going to happen? Oscar in getting into position would call the Forge God, Nucko, not going to die just yet.
Solange Medic nicht über seinen Solo-Q redet.
On a pillar, not going to be used.
Passt.
Salvage play, they get GA out of Nucko, small win.
They're just going to recon. Look at all this vision they have there. They're not going to recon now, they're staying.
Was gibt die LCS diese Woche? Wir haben morgen Dignitas. Ne, wir haben morgen Disguise gegen Team Lyncas als Opener. Passt. Dann Dignitas gegen Shopify. Ja, dann haben wir am Sonntag C9 gegen FlyQuest und Lion gegen Sentinels. Also. Ja. Na? Ja. Man kann nicht immer alles haben. Windows, man kann nicht immer alles haben.
And by the time that the next wave crashes in, that will not have Baron. And we will wait for the soul, 2 minutes 30.
Yeah. The good thing for Vitality right now, why are they favored despite their fact they're playing in a complex being outside? They have so much control bot side. Look at all these vision. They can just constantly push out these lanes and keep that vision. 2 minutes till Dragon. They can probably go top side once now, get some vision to Nako, put some wards in the jungle here, recall and do the same thing bot and still be in time for Dragon.
Wie sieht's mit den Spiders? Haben keine Info.
As free as they want, Fleshy is wanting to go deeper, but Lyncas is pushing out bot. Lyncas is not with the team right now. I'm not sure what he's doing down there. Probably trying to get Death Stance or GA. Greeting for an item. But greeting for an item is a bad habit that a lot of players have when the plan is just to set up the Dragon. So we'll see if he can make it back in time.
At the moment, by the way, part of that gold lead, I mean, the all items are coming in. I think next one just...
Line Event ist Woche...
Just been
6, nein, in 2 Wochen.
Oscar was just building. It was a Negatron like he just built as well. Already given something over to the Storm Surge of Jackie's as well, who's got a rabbit.
Letztes August-Wochenende.
Also a bit of armor pen that's going to come from this mid lane Orianna, who still maintains a gold lead.
Nein, die werden wir an den Roadshow. Yes, Line Homeground. Wird geil. Sind dabei C9, C9, Line, TL und Shopify.
Close to the GA, but not there just yet, and probably won't be there for the Dragon Soul fight.
Let's see what Fiesta can do here in bot side. He's just trying to chunk them out while they walk in.
He's just got GA, by the way.
Yeah. Still, Orianna Nocturne combo. Jackie's doesn't have the flash. The only player in this game that doesn't have flash is the main carry of Giant X. They're gonna have to walk in and contest this dragon. You can't afford to give this dragon. And Jackie's will be the target on everyone's mind from Team Vitality. Look at Fiesta. Prowling in the bot side of the red.
Das MK in Madrid Roadtrip verpasst. Ja, die hosten den Scheiß. Glaubst du, das wird irgendwie voll? Das wäre die traurigste Roadshow of all time.
No one's going to pull the trigger on Giant X just yet. Fiesta on a ward clears that out. Giant X sent scurrying to their own jungle.
Nocturne Orianna combo. We know how deadly it can be. Isma and Jackie's. They are the only ones right now in Giant X that can win the fight for them. Warren, Alistar, and Varus, they're all follow-up. The main orchestra is the Orianna Nocturne.
Let's check. Fiesta there. Shadow Shockwave, it's in!
Wow.
It's a Shadow Shockwave of swords! Call the Forge God, but even though it looks so massive, Vitality taking a while to die. However, it's the jungle C80 carries. Nuck comes in a little bit late. Jackie's from over the wall is getting sieved down by a croc. About to die the flush for the auto, and they meet him over the wall. Giant X deny the soul. They take one with
Just like that?
and all but one remaining.
Just like that?
Have scuffed the game.
And they are the orchestra of the
Hey, Glückwunsch, Mitch.
combo, and it explodes in a crescendo as Giant X take the fight win. They're gonna walk over towards the Baron.
Oh, yeah.
Control is being outscaled at the speed of sound right now, Hysterics. We're gonna rewatch this combo. It's all about
Hast du Shifter Tweet gesehen? Nee.
combo, and it finds
Und wer die Roadshow in Playoffs.
right onto Carsey. And look at Fiesta. He cannot see anything.
Irgendwann während Playoffs ist die Roadshow, aber ich weiß nicht wann.
He didn't have flash, but he was just standing in this pocket, so he can still access the Dragon Pit and do damage while being safe. Nako gets him in the end, but has to commit his
Oh my
flash
god,
to do
nice.
so.
Bro, okay, this is not the Nocturne Orianna from like last splits. These ones are hitting.
That's very true. You know what? We're not seeing whiffs this time around. We don't have to revisit the VODs. This is beautiful. Giant X are really taking advantage of Vitality, and to be fair, Kazi, Lyncas both found in that last fight. As you said it yourself, Finn, those were the core targets. Baron now acquired, 2000's all that separates, and with those Ornn items, that's really nothing in the state of this game.
And the winds of victory has totally shifted now in favor of Giant X. Now it's Vitality that's under pressure. It's Vitality that has to find a miracle play, a miracle flank from Nako, a Lyncas kick, a 5-man engage from Fleshy, whatever it is. They need to make an extraordinary play if they are to come back into this game, because time is out.
I mean, Isma can do it.
Ich frage mich, warum der Corki nicht normal in Itembild geht und dann einfach Seekers geht.
He can crest any target.
Also es ist nicht so, als ob er die, also wenn er Voids fertig ist, dann stirbt er auch so mit der Combo. Might as well. So, Sonjas. Vincent wird Draft von Vitality gewagt.
Quick back off the Baron, 2000 Baron
Sehr gewagt.
already. The game is stalled.
Look at Carsey's build. He has no armor pendant, no Lord Dominix, no Cyrilda, no nothing, no cleaver. No armor penetration from Carsey right now. He's not doing a lot of damage. Went for the Maw to try to stay alive from the Orianna Nocturne combo, but maybe it's a little bit too late, as they will just hinder his damage output. Fiesta hasn't even got his third item yet. Look at Jackie's. 1, 2, 3, 4 items in total finished.
In. Paranoia.
Was ist man denn da gerade gemacht, hä?
Magnum Storm, fantastic. Also stunned up.
Hä?
Going to be prompt. Call the Forge God only gets a knock up onto Fleshy. A Searing Charge good, but Isma now needs to run away. That TP on the spot. It's the Mega Raid boss that Jun is now waiting for. Sends him in the air. He's got GA. Back up and available. Goes into dominance.
Okan.
Nuck turns his target onto Oscarina, but the stuns keep flying through. Vitality can't layer any damage because the CC never ends.
And it's a lot of action for no kills. Vitality used their TP and they try to find a kill, but you see the damage. He's falling off. Fiesta doesn't have the rabbit on, doesn't have the same threat that he had initially in this game. The Dragon is once again up and available in 1 minute and 40 seconds. Giant X can just push out his waves, can just go into the enemy jungle, and can just set up in that river to deny Soul for the 3rd time against Vitality.
Here they come, minute 30. Any items you want to talk about, Finn? Anything for Vitality that's crucial here, or you think it's too late?
There's an item in Nako's inventory.
Okay, Seekers, yeah.
That's it's a little bit golden. Hello, Blue Buff. Were you walking? Okay, you good?
Und sie als Game zum Nachschauen. Game 2 war sehr funny.
6k golded almost. 5.6k.
Game 2 war sehr funny. Game 1 war
Massive.
solid von SK.
True.
And does have level 19, gonna get level 20, gonna be a golden crocodile in next team fight. I think Nako's flash is crucial.
Yep.
Look at Jackis. He's not buying Sonya's.
Ja, das ist Seekers, ja.
Still
free.
can get one shot.
Yep.
A Lyncas kick, a Fiesta chunk into Nako flash done. He's not invulnerable. He still is mortal. And he still is an able target from Vitality. Vitality already first here. Lyncas sitting here in the enemy jungle. Look at where Fiesta is. He needs to link up together with Lyncas. If they are to play like this, Oscarinian very tanky, not gonna be the target. Jackis is the man of the moment. The Orianna Nocturne combo has worked fantastically in favor of Giant X this game, and they need to shut down Jackis if they are to win this team fight.
Nako's found out, though, as you said, the big threat of Vitality now.
So, Orkan.
And Flacket.
I mean, das Seekers muss ja nur Zeit rausholen, der Backline theoretisch, ne?
Group is 5, and Finn in the river here. When will Lyncas erupt?
Nako flash. It's up in 5 seconds. I think that's what they're waiting for. They need to send it onto Jackis or Flacket, but Jackis is really the main carry. I think they need to create more angles. I think someone needs to come from here. Maybe Fiesta goes from a different angle, because right now it's two angles.
This is coming in now, waiting for it. The all in the kick. They found Flacket, but the all.
Wow, guter Ulti von Jun.
What a pulverize!
Wow.
What a shockwave!
Wow, das war insane von Jun.
As soon as it's too bright, Vitality realize the whole squad is gone. It looked beautiful for the setup as a quadra kill soon to be delivered. Needs a penta. Jackie's on the chase. The fear, the slow, the distortion. Fiesta's not going to give it over. He jumps back.
Oh, gibt ihn.
Take Jackie's and eventually
Nicht.
Isma.
Wow, die haben das verloren.
Time as we go to a game. Beautiful display.
Das ist wild.
Team fight.
Vitality to find the hero moment. Lyncas on the flank.
Verrückt.
To find the kick.
Verrückt.
I don't think Varus is the main man. I think it had to be on the Orianna. And in the end, Vitality completely lose the fight. And Giant X, they will not take this sitting down. They will definitely go and
Verrückt.
for a game 3 win.
Nako just lost with a 4,700 gold lead in game 2. That looked done and dusted, but Vitality let go.
Verrückt. Ich mach kurz einen Powernap, dann kann ich ein bisschen Solo spielen. Na, noch.
That last fight, that was also everything.
So.
Beautiful moments as Jackie's is standing by with shocks.
Oh, ja.
The job's done.
Timer sind 10 Minuten.
What a game. Tell me about the comeback. Tell me about being so fed and then having to hit the wombo combo to win that game.
I mean, honestly, I thought the game is over at 10. But after that, I feel like they were doing silly mistakes, and then my champ just becomes mega OP into them. And yeah, it's the LeBlanc Lee Sin. If they don't end the game, they will lose. So yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah. How about game 3 now? Because the first one, you guys got wiped off the rift completely. Jackies, tell me what the most important thing is going to be in this game 3.
I mean, I think we need to play a draft that's more our style, to be fair, because we are playing the slow comps into their fast comps, and we are both fast teams. And yeah, I think we are a bit shaky in the early game, and they are doing well. So you just need to just be more ready, honestly.
Love it. I'll let you go back to your team, and we'll see for game 3. Nice analysis there. What do you guys think about that? Having to match those comps a little bit, because that's not really how they want to be playing.
Honestly, I think the more I'm on the analyst desk, the more I think I could be a League of Legends head coach.
Yeah?
Well, because what happened after game 1? I said this draft just doesn't suit Giant X at all. They need to go back to what's working for them. And then this draft, I think we all thought we can see what they're trying to do, but as Jackie's very eloquently said, the early game wasn't quite it. But when they managed to all press their buttons on people, hey, presto!
Yeah.
The enemy disappears. Isn't that amazing?
I think Vitality helped them out of it.
Oh yeah, Vitality hardened it.
Yeah.
Like no.
He said it right. I thought the game was over at 10.
No disgrace to Giant X. They fought back valiantly, but unless Vitality had decided to
I also think
hand them a few things.
I'm surprised he didn't say early game. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
the early game has been the biggest difference maker. Because, like, this game, yeah, you can say the draft is kind of slow.
I mean, that is what he said. He said our drafting for the early game is weaker.
But
I guess, like, you know.
Would you think the draft? I mean, I guess LeBlanc Lee Sin is kind of the strongest
Yeah,
early
that's
game you can have.
very heavy
that's
early
fair.
skirmish,
And
right?
Renekton, actually, yeah,
Yeah.
he's right.
You agree
That's
with
why
that?
he's the
Yeah.
pro player. I agree with him.
Cool, let's wrap it up. Let's go.
Cool,
There's a couple of... Is there anything else you want to say about this draft before we move on?
No, I think Giant X, like, you can see where they're going. I was interested by the Varus build with the pure on-hit Static Shiv Ginsu's Terminus. Terminus got buffed on 25-15, and I was expecting to see a little bit more of it, but we were discussing whether it would be nicer just to go pure AP.
I think
Yeah, I thought when you go static, you want to go for the AP route, because like otherwise you just go to Bork, because it's stronger like early game spike. I guess it kind of made sense that he went static when you looked at like how he played the mid waves, like so much wave clear, and he had really good damage later on in the game, but you can see how weak he was in the early game, especially with that build. Like static build components are pretty...
Oh, it's
but
hell.
You also didn't like Karzi's build.
I hate
What do you
Karzi's
like?
build. I don't know, if we can pull Karzi's build up, please. Maybe alongside, actually just show the Drake fight at 29 minutes. That will show the build better than I could ever. Like, Karzi finished this game with 0 crit, which is fine. You can go kind of Brewster Corki. I don't like it. I think crit is better. But in this fight, why do we have Maw on Corki? What does it do? Like, this is a game where you're playing against Nocturne Orianna.
Oh, look at the spell. He had a big shield there for a second.
Yeah, it was crazy. But in this game, Vitality had 2 GAs, and it was on Lyncas and Naknako. They had a stopwatch on Naknako. Like, why do we not have Sonius on Fiesta, either stopwatch or GA on Karsi, and then what does Nocturne Orianna do?
It's true.
They can't do anything.
Think it's true.
I mean, I entirely agree. We have also seen Giant X try this sort of composition in the past. I think Jackie's mentioned it in the game. He was like, hey, this time it's working. So maybe they were just hoping that they would fail the Nocturne Orianna combo a few times, but I entirely agree with Jack. Not adding a luxury safety item when you're 7k ahead as a team it's foolish, is the kindest way to say that.
It's a little bit crazy. And I do think for Vitality, it's like something we've seen over and over and over and over. And I'm a big fan of Vitality. I love the way they play. I love their play style. But this is just so annoying as a fan to watch, right? I'm sure everybody at home is just lamenting at how this keeps happening. And this is what makes me like, I know they have Fiesta and he's new, but this isn't Fiesta's fault. This is clearly something that happens to Vitality a lot.
I think this is the difference maker between, like, our good teams and our top teams. I think our good teams can have really good early games. We see with Na'Vi, we see with Vitality, but they don't have this like feeling of like no matter what happens, they're gonna win in the late game, right? Like in the final fight, I think they're at that point, Vitality's comp has just kind of fallen apart. They're trying to look for some flanks, they're trying to look for some things, but they've lost that magic that they had in the early game where they can just one-shot one target.
Importantly, all credit to Giant X for the way they play this fight.
Yeah.
Like, they have Lyncas tracked through their own jungle, which is not something we see our teams often do. They had a control ward in the Pixel Bush, they had a ward at their Razor Beaks, they had a ward around the other side of the red buff, so they knew exactly where Lyncas was coming, and we could hear it while we were sitting in the crowd. They were calling, it's like, hey, let him engage, headbutt pulverize, immediately, 3-man knockup, you have the combo on top of that. It's basically impossible for Vitality to play because of the level of coordination that Giant X have there. I think Vitality will rue the fact they went for the Baron instead of setting up for the Ocean Soul. I think they'll rue the fact that when they had the Baron, a couple of people just got caught off for no reason. I think they'll rue the fact that they didn't build Seekers and they didn't build Guardian Angel, but all credits to Jackie's and to Giant X. It's not an easy game to come back from, and they managed to do it well.
No, because it's one thing to have that wombo combo in your back pocket of knowing what to do, but then doing it 3 times in the most important moments of the game. I also think in terms of the Alistar Pulverize, to name one, right? The way that Varus had to play around it. And it reminds me a little bit of the clip you showed before we got into this match, where they went, it was versus MKOI, right? But where they had a similar situation where they pressed the go button and they executed perfectly. This even harder, I guess, because it's the whole team.
Yeah, I think like Giant X for sure are looking more coordinated with this roster swap. I also think like the resilience is quite a bit higher when I think of Flakkid. He's always a player that's quite cheerful, quite bringing good vibes. I could imagine if this was like Noah going 0-3, everybody just shuts down a little bit quiet. But I know that Flakkid is a guy that when he's 0-3, he's still going to be suggesting plays, thinking about ways that he can come back into the game. And that's something that they need, especially going into this game number 3. Because I think Vitality will not be giving them the same angles that they give in this game too. They looked cocky. They thought they had the game won after they got the Nash. They thought it was done and dusted. So they won't be making those mistakes. But if Giant X can still be even more resilient, draft a better early game comp for themselves, maybe we'll have an actual really good game 3 here.
Maybe. And game 3 is coming up right after this. We'll see it if Vitality or Giant X take home the win.
Brother, let me try.
Wait, brother. Let us break this instead, brother.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
What is this, brother?
Perfection.
Ah, a new champion. Welcome to my shop. You'll need the right build. Choose wisely, because every upgrade brings you closer to the next level. So tell me, how will you level up?
Want to find your fastest server every time? Express like a pro and optimize your connection in one tap. Express in game without ISP throttling. Express and shield yourself from DDoS attacks. Express and choose the VPN trusted by gamers everywhere. Express VPN. Experience gaming the Express way. Fast, stable, competitive. Outplay the world. It's time to Express. Unlock free Hextech rewards, exclusive skins, and more. Scan to subscribe.
In your best man speech, you said my wife is funnier than me.
That's factually correct.
Okay.
We're in range.
It's fine, man. It's fine. Relax. I've got this. I have years and years and years of experience.
Yeah, but it's gonna.
It's very hard. And there we go. Look at that. What are you so worried about?
Oh,
Let's go.
Alistar no option.
Take TP as well.
Kick.
I look. Ori will die. Ori dead.
I will ult, by the way. I will look. I'm ulting. No kill. Look, I'm gonna kill. Yeah. Call the flash. I'm gonna listen. Corki. Listen there. Corki. Okay. Nice. I'm gonna look. Come look. I'm fan. I'm rank. Yeah. Boom. Jo, Olga. Nice. Du går riktigt. Olga, jag kan bara klara mig, okej? Vänta. 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 Det är lugnt.
The Penta was not given. It was taken in the end by Isma, but the funniest part was that Vitality actually had that game too. Maybe Giant shouldn't have been in that position, but slowly, surely, the dominoes started falling, Finn.
I mean, it was a gambit by Vitality to draft like that.
It was a gambit.
What I do like about Vitality so far is that they come into every single draft with a clear goal. Game 1, the pick and roll comp. The Vi, Rumble, Ari, make picks happen and roll over the opposing team.
Yep.
Game 2, full early game. Full strong lanes, early skirmishing jungler. It didn't work out. They didn't win the game, but I liked how decisive they were in their drafts. And I wonder where they will take us now in this game 3, because the sky's the limit for this team.
Yeah, and while on the other side, Giant X have shown that they can actually pull the pieces together, we go into a game 3 where, yeah, you're right, anything's possible. The sky is the limit, I think, for both these drafts. Finn, can you go any faster than that? Do you think you can play another fast comp?
Faster would be difficult. It would have to be like some Pantheon top, Nidalee jungle.
Okay, Nidalee doesn't have Renekton though.
Yeah, but just Pantheon. Pantheon Nidalee was a thing back in the day. Has a similar thing, but yeah, Pantheon is banned, so they can't go for that anymore.
Maybe we could have a snowballing Kindred comp with
Sure.
a mage bot.
Sure. I think what's more realistic is a high Cassio prio, because why? Pushing lanes, pretty good.
Yep.
It will say, some would say. And
Oh,
Cassio,
Vitality fishing for it.
yeah, Syndra ban already coming out, Yorick ban, so it's a Cassio Jace trade right now. Now, Naknako, do you want to really take the Jace and leave your mid laner versus the Cassio? Or do you take the Cassio here and say I can play against the Jace?
Surely the Cassio leaves as a flex rather than the Jace that is a little bit more consigned in the LEC to top. So Cassio gets locked in. Jace is obviously going to be a slam dunk here. With support, Finn, because maybe I'm starting to think Caitlyn lane's here. I'm starting to think about what can be down in bot. We get a Jarvan insta.
Yeah.
No Rumble available, obviously.
No, you have your options here. You can pick your bot lane here. You can pick AD and support. You can pick something like... what do you want to play? You can play... Maybe you just drop bot lane.
Wow, ich bin komplett tatsächlich im Brainrot versunken. Wow, aber das waren 10 schöne Minuten auf TikTok. Komplett im Brainrot versunken, Freunde. Machst du tatsächlich nichts.
It's a good bot lane.
Okay.
Sure, Milio doesn't love the Jarvan, but Lucian is one of the better AD carries into the Jarvan. Still, but Cassio will also struggle against Jarvan, so we'll see. Strong bot lane coming out from Vitality. Wants to play aggressive. Nautilus into Milio, one of the best supports, can just lock him down with that dredge line and the...
Nautilus into Lucian Milo, ja, okay.
Nako has in store for us against this Jace, because he's the one in trouble right now. Vitality traded the power picks, took the Cassio and gave over to Jace.
Yep. So they've got an answer, right? Because top lane needs to be banned away. I'm looking at them hover the Olaf. That now gets locked in as a ban for Giant X. What else are you giving comfort to for Jace?
I mean, into Jace, there's no real winning matchups anymore.
You just go tank, like maybe Cassante needs to be taken off.
I mean, you have two options. You go for a tank.
Yep.
Try to nullify the enemy power pick and create an even game state in the top side, so your bot side will be stronger.
Right.
Or you pick a very volatile champion. Because if you want to counter Jace, you're going to have to play something volatile. Quinn is not good into Jace.
Okay.
But like in theory, you can play like Akali, Aurelia, Jace, and Aatrox, I mean, not Jace.
Yeah.
But none of these champions are winning into Jace. They can just fight against him. But you're gonna need to send a lot of resources up there.
Interesting, die geben dann also Cassante.
Or Sion. And is where I think we'll see Nako go, probably on the Xante. Meanwhile, for Giant X, they still need an AD carry. They still need a mid laner. Honestly, they just go mid, but it's not.
A Nivea ban.
Yeah.
They're really making sure that Jackie's gets put down and that the Cassio has a good time.
I wonder if Aurora is still an option into Cassio. It's something that Jackie's was really good on before. Playing these bursty mid lane mages. You can also go for something like a Wei. What's his Seraphine AD carry if it's locked in?
Would you?
I think.
You think?
I'm hearing the...
Könnte auch Yorick spielen. Beides fein.
As the Seraphine is locked
Seraphine
in.
mid, is it?
I mean, I assume it's going to be Seraphine bot. Something that Flacked played a lot 2022 when he was on G2.
Okay.
He Flacked and Targamas, Senna Seraphine was one of the main picks of that
Oh, ist gewandt.
title winning
Ja, dann wird's Cassante, oder?
team. But Seraphine into Milio doesn't sound very good. That's like my main concern right now.
Oh,
Sejuani running Aatrox.
Sejuani
Aatrox, baby.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, we talked about it. If you want to counter the Jace, you need to pick something volatile. Aatrox into Jace is a bad matchup.
Yeah.
1v1, he is losing. But together with Sejuani, you can fight there and you can snowball. Once you get one item, once you get those boots, so you can run him down in a long lane, Nako can set himself up to have a monster performance.
And who can chip through the Sejuani right now is my biggest question of Giant X.
Ryze da reinpicken.
Start.
Okay.
Ryze slammed down means that with the Seraphine as well, Finn, I see a bit of scaling, bit of range. You've told me how every comp operates so far. How does Giant X go for this?
Ist also super volatile Lanes bei Giant X, right?
Because the Ryze doesn't
Super volatile Lanes.
Right.
Against Lucian
Giant
Cassio.
X.
He gets outranged by Lucian cooling. He can't really run into Cassio. He wants to pressure side waves or side lanes and then just play behind his carries and peel the enemy divers off the Jace, off the Seraphine. Because what do they have? They have range. They have Jace with great poke. They have Seraphine with great all-in long-range engage. So it's going to be a long dance from Giant X. They need to make sure Oscar Rinnin is in a good spot, and they need to make sure he can stand on the objective and poke.
If I'm dancing with Vitality, how fast am I dancing this time around?
I mean, you want to dance quite slow.
I slow dance with them.
Against Vitality.
So no fast dance. We're not doing like a salsa or samba. This is like swing.
No, I think the dangerous thing about dancing with this Vitality are the flanks. Aatrox on the flank. No one in Giant X can deal with that.
Okay.
And Sejuani, she hasn't been in the meta for a long while, but her snap engage potential, Q Glacial Prison into a Miasma, into a potential cooling, into an Aatrox on the flank. Vitality has potential to force a lot of volatile, aggressive, quick plays.
It feels like it's a lot about Lyncas then. How can he influence the top lane, get Nuko out, unleashed into a lead where he can do damage to silence and get those flanks off that you talk about Giant X not being able to deal with. For now, Giant X slowing things down. It worked in game number 2.
Da ist der Patch. Ja, hätte ich
Draft they're running into, but again, a similar idea.
hätte ich so oder so Jungle Opinion und so weiter mit Jungle Pad und so weiter, weil ich glaube, also fühlt sich sehr placebo an.
Sideline as you told us about. Make sure that Jace poke is landing as well. Dredgeline going to connect in a bit of trouble. Double beat drop as well. Hang on, we're starting off with Fiesta flashing over the wall. Almost.
Was macht denn Fiesta, mein Ach?
Vitality can't do anything about it.
Yeah, and shutting down his power pick of Cassio. This was the first pick from Vitality, already flashing out.
Yeah.
It's a good sign for Giant X. We'll see. He's staying in lane, Hysterics. He's not recalling. And I think that's a weird decision against Ryze, because Ryze is the kind of champion that can lane lock you.
Yeah.
He can just completely push you in whenever he wants, with those flux, with those overpowers or overloads on the wave. But to me, the main matchup in the early game will be the top matchup.
Unless she decided to do this. Half shot going to be burned, but doesn't get the damage down in the vicinity of this Milio. Fiesta's backing now, Finn. I guess he got a CS, and what did he think? He thought...
He thought this is a tough lane matchup right now. He has to recall. He's staying. He's back. But yeah, Nako into his Jace will struggle early. Jace does outrange the Aatrox, and there's a lot of mind games in this matchup.
Yeah.
The problem is, for Aatrox to reach Jace, he needs to QE forwards.
Right.
Yeah. But what if Jace, the moment you QE forward, goes hammer form?
Mein Draft magst du mehr, den von Vitality.
Then you can't do anything, because my understanding
Wieso bringt mir Aatrox into Jace? Verdammt gute Frage. Weiß nicht, ob da bei dem Matchup irgendwas drin ist, aber sie haben es ja in Combination mit Sejuani gepickt, right? Dementsprechend gehe ich mal davon aus, dass die Idee war, okay, wir skirmishen halt hart um Topside herum und knallen die dann im 2v2. Oder zumindest wir können Toplane skirmishen und die knallen.
4 points into your Darkened Blade.
Yep.
That's really when this matchup starts turning slightly in Aatrox's favor, but I expect Oscarinin to put the pressure down early game onto Nako.
Back at Jun. We keep looking at the bottom lane. The supports keep sending in the trades, mainly Jun. Last game on the Alistar had a fantastic comeback here on the Cow. This game on the Nautilus, the ability to set up the engage is there again. Notice that Lyncas went over a ward. We didn't talk about it, Finn, but obviously Isma, off the back of that invade, getting the flash out from Fiesta's. Cassio enabled deep vision from Isma. Got some information with that as well, is clearing the bot side of his camps, and Lyncas fully under observation in his first 4 minutes.
Der Seraphim-Pick ist für mich eher so lange Teamfights, kleine Picks, kleine Catches. Hat ja bei Genji ganz gut funktioniert, richtig. Oftmals, wenn du aber random mal feedest, dann gibt's auf jeden Fall schnell Probleme. Schnell Probleme mit dem Damage, mal sehen. Aber die chillen halt in Lane, right? Die chillen in der Lane und die haben so ein potenzielles One-Shot. Also potenziellen One-Shot auf Emilio.
Pings are still going down. I see Fleshy moving into position.
RC is here as well.
How do they defend it? Full vision. Isma
needs to be very careful. You can't face trick here. Yeah, okay, he's fine.
Arctic Assault, will it be used? Winter's Flail as well. There's good base damage here that comes out. No melee users outside of Lyncas, so it's all up to him. Smite comes down, Lyncas gets it. It's a big win for the jungler of Vitality. Giant trying to stick around, but they will go away empty-handed.
It's a double crab from Lyncas now with securing his own Raptors. There's one camp up on Isma. Will hit that early level 6 to talk about. It's going to be about the second crab.
You know, Finn, while we get some lolling in the game with junglers just kind of trading out, bot lane looks like it's going to be engaged. I quickly want to bring up the fact that we didn't get to talk about top lane, but obviously on the side of Fnatic, and you and I were talking a lot about this in Story Meet, Oscar in it, maybe different role in Giant X here. He's a new addition to the team. Lot was in the previous split. Oscar joins in now. Obviously, this is not a good time as he flashes away. He's finally not on a tank, Finn, and things aren't going as well as we expected.
Yeah, Oscar's had a rough series. On the Galio, on the Ornn, kind of being the target dummy of a lot of Vitality's offensive plays. And losing your Flash 1v1 as Jace versus Aatrox, it's not how the matchup should go.
Might be another losing as well. Flash Arctic Assault. Jackies might have to burn. Here's he pops Ghost instead. Permafrost. This is greedy from Jackies. He should have flashed. He would have got out, but first blood goes over to Fiesta.
Jack is holding his Flash. Doesn't respect the Arctic Assault in the Flash combo by Lyncas. And yeah, just greedy by Jackies to stand around.
Bad, hätte ich's genannt. Nicht greedy.
He found out what's wrong there. Go, trade, electrocute.
These are great trades as well.
Yeah.
Oscar pulls out the gate, gets away with movements.
Tabis, by the way.
Yeah, and Oscar just got back from his base. He's already recalling again.
It's like he's got to go back to the supermarket. He forgot something, but
yeah, he needs to buy the milk.
Oscar's damage.
Back and getting that milk.
Fuck ass Randy.
Some people just never come back when they do that.
No, they don't. 15 minutes stuck there looking at Ode, Armin, Cal, Skim. Like, as he goes back now, he's going to get... As he comes back, lane's going to be different. We look towards Dragon.
Upgrades, Might versus non-upgrades, Might.
Fiesta comes first. Lince is going to take over. Patience resets a little bit.
This is so unserious.
Base damage. Isma looking for the trade, the steal, but it's not there. Arctic Assault in. Lince now has level 6 Finn. So here comes the Glacial Prison. And that's the threat that sends Isma away.
Yeah, but what can Giant X do? You're losing top right now in a winning matchup. We're not losing, but Naknako has gotten an XP lead at least, if not a gold lead. Fiesta is 1-0 up, and Lyncas is just making magic wherever he goes.
Oh
Oscar.
My God.
Das war kein Pullback.
Won't even need it. The Darkened Blade is enough, Finn.
Oscar is not playing this matchup correct. Every single time Oscar win in, or every single time Naknako queues forward, you need to instantly go melee form on the Jace and queue into him. It's a reaction speed test.
Okay.
If you see Aatrox QE forward...
Petrifying. Noxious Blast again is going to land onto Jackie's. Bit more damage. Flag Dragon getting the flash out. Cataclysm. Fiesta has no way to get on out. He just...
Hat kein Damage, ne? Ja.
Lyncas came from downtown.
Humiliated.
Well,
Humiliation Ritual.
Lyncas came from behind and froze Jackie's.
Humiliation Ritual.
Game again. Game 1 on the Ari, Game 2 on the LeBlanc. Didn't end up winning the game, but this is the third fantastic early game from Fiesta and Lyncas, dominating this mid-jungle 2v2.
This one might be harder to throw away, Finn. 1,600 gold at 7 minutes. This one is scaling. This one has wings.
And Giant X are doing their swap again. They're swapping their Jace into the enemy bot lane. Okay, we'll just watch this play again. Fiesta puts down the Miasma, and Jackies thinks, okay, I can walk up because the Miasma is done, but Fiesta is running him down. Oversteps a little bit, but Jackies doesn't have the flux, doesn't have the root to set up the play inside the tower. And Isma just goes so deep while Jackies gets baited to follow.
Humiliation.
But that's not an ex-Miffy ult. That's a Lyncas ult.
That's a Lyncas ult, and hits the target means there's no damage from Jackies. Ismail was relying on it in the Cataclysm, so Fiesta got the 1v1 that he never expected. 800 gold lead in the mid lane. We come back to Grubs. Lyncas doesn't have the ulti. That's a disadvantage. Ismail might not as well, but they do have Oscar in, who's moved in 5 members over the Grubs. They're going to reset for the time being. The difference is this time, Vitality are matching rather than leaving Kazi in the bottom lane. They want to fight again, Finn, as Dredgeline doesn't connect. There's the culling. Soccer ball kick. And Kazi just backs on out. There's a good bit of poke. Grubs do go down for the exit. Giant X will get out safely.
Yeah. It's 1 for 2 Grubs. Not the big difference maker, but Lyncas here.
Waiting. Blackhead going to walk over a ward. There's the flail. Permafrost not going to come through. Arctic Assault away. Flag and Dragon's a 2-man. This is the trap and Giant X.
Machen die.
Well, they've now got numbers and Lyncas can't do anything. He came in thinking he'd find Blackhead, but Blackhead presses the ult. Double kill over to Oscar. Big
Mit Kintermi war gut.
I mean, Oscar got the kills, but the man who deserves an Oscar was Blackhead. Did you see his performance there?
Hey, look good.
He walked in completely, he knew everything that Vitality was trying to do. Meanwhile, Petrangis goes out mid.
Reaction time sec.
But yeah,
Ging's aus 2-1.
Oscar worthy performance, and I mean that in an endearing way.
Yep, Dredgeline.
He knew where they were.
Look at Nako. He's just kiting, he's walking up to the Nautilus.
Der Türke macht sich lustig über die, das ist so geil.
Play's not over yet. Nako here.
You think he'll go for it? He's got flash.
He has a plate that still caps. He doesn't
He's
have
got
a lot.
Lyncas. Demonic Ascension. Jun's here. Flashes away, but guess what? There's a flail coming in, and it reaches max range. However, Nako's too far away. He will not follow up, and Jun will use the summoner to escape.
Yeah, Nako didn't get the cancel on the hook shot to the wall, or the hook.
Dredgeline. You know what? You see Camille today? Close enough. Same thing.
Yeah, it's now Isma is gonna with a Raptors invade. Try to take back a little bit of gold for himself. And once again, Vitality, after some early plays, is losing their grip on the game just a little bit. It's a worrying trend for this Vitality lineup. Keep giving plays over to GX, but then again, it is Europe. We do love our pros. So,
true. But then again, it is Europe.
I can't hold it against them.
That's one of your greatest quotes this year. You're not wrong. You know, I've enjoyed this series for many different reasons. Last series gave us a little bit to worry about, but I'm interested, Finn, because Oscarinen just got fed 2 kills off of the acting from Flackett. Is he back in the matchup? Are we back to? No, we're not. I think Oscar's getting frozen on again.
I mean, it's all about knowing the interactions. I was trying to go into it before, but basically every single time Aatrox Qs you or QEs forward, you need to react by going into melee range.
Right.
Queuing him, yes. The moment you see the Q animation, you press R, you press Q on him, and then you hit him with an out tag and then you knock him away. You proc storm with the surge, you run away from there. But he's just giving him the QEs.
Pitch run gaze, Cataclysm as well. Fiesta's going to be stunned up, double beat drop as well. Perfect from Flack. The Seraphine so far, setting up nicely. Trigger, and now it's working more and more. Fiesta dead, Dragon up.
Flackett on the Seraphine. It's not his first rodeo on his champion. He knows how to make the plays happen. First top side now catching out Fiesta, who is also falling further and further behind. I will say, not buying Mercs on Casio might be a little bit greedy.
Demonic Ascension finds Oscarinen. Is he going to go hammer form? Finn, he's going to flash instead. He dodges away looking for the Q. He's going to bring in Jackie's 1 versus 2. The root up. Nako about to die. Tries to get the Q down. The with the E reset. He was close getting the last auto on Oscarinen, but he will survive with the help of Jackie's roam.
Misreads the flash from Oscarinen. Oscarinen flashes away. He goes for the Q-free flash to predict it. Doesn't find it. A great cover from Jackies. Now shuts down the Aatrox and sets Oscarinen up more. Say what you want.
Wir haben uns für neu entschieden. Hier.
Game, but the way Giant X is playing around him is really facilitating him in this game.
Good.
And he's set up for success now. A 1k goal lead, boots of swiftness and Yumus. He is in a very good spot.
Dredgeline not going to connect. Jackie's is holding his ground more though. Rod of Ages has been matched and built by both these laners who are going head to head. Fiesta the only one with the lead. Oscarinen able to pick up a bit more farm and equalize the lead that Nako had. 10 CS is all he's behind now as Dredgeline about to come through, but the minion wave is in the way as Flackett looks to hold down mid.
It's been a quiet game from Karsi so far. I haven't really seen him included into any play. 0-0-0 on the Lucian. To me, that's really where I'm waiting for Vitality to do something. Include cars in the place. You have this Lucian Milio. Now, one item on the Lucian is really when he wants to start dashing forward and look for these chunks. Try to push the game forward. Dragon, running 4 minutes, so quite some time away. Vitality is still comfortably stacking them. See how tough the matchup gets now. The spacing with the Swifties boots and the Yumus make this matchup unbearable for Aatrox. Still, Screener, you have to respond with the melee Q the moment he Qs forward.
Finn's trying to coach you here.
Matchup doesn't change.
Yeah. Level 11 picked up. Demonic Ascension now leveled. Q doesn't hit here, so Dark and Blade going to go into Q2. Oscarin dodges that as well. He goes into Cannon Form to try and find something. Lyncas finds out Isma, who just got Scuttle level advantage here for Isma, but he's going to use it to flag and drag out. Instead, we get a 1v1 up in the top lane. Oscarin doesn't get pulled back by the chains. The kiting is good into the Demonic Ascension. An auto to heal up. Q1, 2, 3 has no flash, by the way, so Naknako cannot follow up for the dunk down. And Oscar getting better at spacing his top lane opponent. While the depth charge comes towards mid, Relentless Pursuit and a flash stretch line still going to connect. And
Oder wie deep. Und es funktioniert. Wow.
Nicely here as Giant moved to 1.8k gold.
And you know what? I think Giantex is playing some good League of Legends.
They are.
They have doing very good cross maps. Oscar now finally stable in the top side, allows Isma and Flacket to
Gar kein Bock auf ein Loser-Interview.
making picks.
Hä?
Stretch line or this ult from Jun sets it up.
Ich schwöre, kein Bock auf ein Loser-Interview. Was ist das denn?
Jun will find him in every universe as the follow-up from Isma comes in and just picks up an easy kill on Carzzy.
Jun on engaged champs. I mean, I feel like this guy was our best Nico support in the league for a long time, alongside Noah. I feel like Jun has been
Ja, Lyncas im Interview, ja. Gar kein Bock auf ein Loser-Interview.
throughout the few years that we've seen him on our stage. And Finn, I'm glazing him again. He's 0-0-3. He's been great on this Nautilus. Was great on the Alistar for the comeback last game as well.
I always think about his rel, to be honest. Back in 2025, when he was on Fnatic, he was always finding these crazy running ages. Now the camera is backed up here. Naknako needs that first item. You don't want to fight right now. Dredge line, don't come out. He has to dash over the wall.
Dann geht's in den doch schon zugesagt.
See, yes, that we can get something done.
Oh, ulti misses though. He flashes away regardless. Culling comes out. He's rooted in place. Isma now looks for the flag and drag. 3 versus 3. Naknako also moved down. Giant X aren't going to take that fight.
Fiesta is on bot now. Waves being dropped by Giant X. What are you looking for right now? Because Fiesta is moving up, slithering up that river. And he wants to contest Giant X. You have dropped the wave. You haven't really got anything. Sure, Sejuani has the ult, but the Herald is the target of Vitality.
Towards top. Naknako, you're probably going to see him in a moment. Send the trade. Thank you, Observers. Infernal Chains comes in, but he needs a Q there to bring Oscar Rinnan back in, but he consistently, Finn puts out the acceleration gate. He plays around that trade, and even though it's not perfect, now there you go. You finally get to see it. The bot back as well. He builds the space. Naknako's only got a Q3, goes to Demonic Ascension. He doesn't have his flash, but he resets into that Q as well. Oscar's spacing it out.
I mean, the Swifties are just the game breaker.
You're right.
For Naknako, it's so difficult to find these connecting Qs onto a Jace that has so much movement speed, spacing around. Oscarinen does it nicely.
Yeah.
It's a good pickup by him.
Face check, face check. A bit of a mistake. Infernal Chain's going to bring him in, so he flashes.
Ooh.
Dangerous.
Right at the last timing there, flashes out. I think old Aatrox W would put him in there, but now after the change, doesn't get yanked back. Naknako has flash advantage in a bit.
Haben wir genug Damage from behind? Die Vitality kommt gegen Seraphine auch. Wenn sich Dinge zusammenreißen einer spielt.
For the Eclipse. Definitely has the components for it.
You think it's Eclipse?
Could also be a Death Stance, but I think that's a little bit more odd.
For a first item, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be the Eclipse. Did get buff this patch.
True. Would you like some details?
Give me the details,
I'll
good
give you
sir.
This button, and then I go and press this button, and then boom.
Yeah, Eclipse buff.
And there it is as well, on screen. Lens is caught out, Dragon's up. Quick side note, read that quick. And now look at Dragfin.
Yes, look at Naknako here. He can use the portal to set up a flank for himself.
Herald's going to go down.
Yeah, it's a battle Herald as Naknako is in the pits.
Sneaky angle as well, forcing Giant X away. They're getting scared. This third Dragon for Vitality could be huge. Isma sent backwards, but not Infernal Chained.
Good.
Dragon for Vitality once again putting Giant X on soul point. Or they are on soul point, forcing a Giant X to now walk into them. Herald will probably charge on mid.
Probably.
And Giant X, we're once again going into a 4th Dragon where Giant X is forced to contest Vitality. You now have 4.5 minutes to prepare for next Drake. Because that's the fight that will decide if you can contest this game. Because if you give Vitality this early soul, I don't see GX contesting them anymore.
Yeah, okay. I mean, anything could happen around that 4th Drake.
Yep.
But Oscar, he knows Nuckucko's there. The Eclipse for the Aatrox now picked up. Let's see how the trades go now. Needs that second shot, needs the damage to follow through. Oscar's going to go into hammer form. He sends himself up, and that's a bit of a mistake, isn't it, Finn? Infernal Chains. Close call.
Scary, scary. If that Q connects, Oscarinen was as dead as a donut.
So I'm guessing when he goes...
Das Geld hier besser.
Full commits with Q, that's like an easy punish, right?
Cassio ist hier schon ziemlich OP.
I mean, if Aatrox, if you can just land your Q into W, that forces Jace on the retreat. Then
Kommt, glaube ich.
Ulti though, misses, whiffs.
Achtung, Fenster auf. Fenster zu.
Damage. Eclipse comes out and Lyncas is there to get the melee charge.
Und die Frage ist, ob die genug Damage für den Aatrox-Spieler haben.
Tabai, you are just a squishy Jace with swiftness. Doesn't matter how fast you can dance. If you get CC'd and went on. Heals being picked up by Vitality. While Giant X cross map on the top side. Still 3.5 minutes until next Dragon. A 2k goal lead. Make that 1.8 for Giant X. They are still in.
Der Fight lang genug dauert, war. I mean, ist Giant X kommt darauf ausgelegt, lange Fight zu spielen. Poken, ja. Lange Fight selbst per se.
Oscar regained his steps back in the game. But Finn, as you said, it is a slow dance here. No one's really doing anything like the Samba in this 3rd game. And for Nuckucko, that's okay. He's slowly dancing his way towards that 2nd item now. And the Eclipse has shown to be already a bit of power. Level 14 versus 12, or 13 rather, for Oscarinen is the level lead.
Yeah, what I would like to see is, I want Isma to use this Cataclysm once before Dragon. Preferably in this common minute.
Right.
Get a flash, get a pick. Use your ultimate cooldown 2.5 minutes before Drake, so it will be up again when it spawns.
Maybe now's the time. He's looking for an angle. Guess who he's found? Fiesta backing over the wall. Realm Warp with Oscarinen on the way as well. That's 3 members. They won't just find a flash, they'll find a kill. Flash wasn't up for Fiesta. That was about 20 seconds off. This top side for Giant X. Pings are going down, but I don't think they're starting Baron.
And it's a good pick. I asked him to do it and he did it. Thank you, Isma. That was very kind of you. Carsey on the midwave wants to get those crystallizes on the tower. Can't really get him. But yeah, you really have that free timer. When it's 3.5 to 2 minutes before Dragon, you basically have 1.5 minutes of free space to just press your Cataclysm on anyone, because it will be back up again for that Dragon. So getting a kill, getting a flash, getting anything really to put yourself in a better position to take that Dragon fight is super important. If you're a jungler that wants to learn how to snowball, that's one of the good talents to have.
Okay, well, that talent is opening up again. Cataclysm's going to be up, as you said, for the Dragon fight, or moments before it. Isma scouting out. As his jungle was taken in front of his eyes. Lyncas just getting a little bit frisky in that jungle. But for now, it's still Giant X with a bit of gold on their backs. They're trying to get...
Ja, Reminder, ich mache morgen um 9 Streamern, aber ich bin erst so gegen 9:30 da. Oder ich mache 8:55 Uhr, glaube ich, an. Bin um 9:30 da.
He does have flash available. And so Lyncas is covering in case Jun moves up and they make the play.
And Nuckucko, level 16 would be amazing to get for him before Drake. I don't think that's realistic. Still 1 minute until you get that. Aatrox level 16, a fantastic spike. Increases the bonus AD you get from that ultimate by so much.
Yep.
Really turns you into an actual demon. But no, will probably be level 15. Splash is a little bit late to the bot side. It's setting up a little bit of shallow vision around the Baron to make sure that GX will not randomly rush that, but I don't think GX has the option to rush Baron anyway, because they really need to deny this Dragon.
See, Nuckucko, he wanted to reset. I'm curious about that second item. Looks like a Sterex or Shojin. Shojin,
I think it's Shojin. It could be a Sterex. It's not impossible that it's a Sterex.
But you're thinking Shojin, more damage, more ability haste, output to trade. He's going to go top turret for now, at the very least. He does have TP, 30 seconds till Drake. He might be able to back after this as well.
I think greed for this item would be a huge pickup, because they don't really mind paying us 4. Like the Cassio, the Lucian, they have the range and the counter engage. Cassio will block the engage from the enemy team, and Lucian has the range to poke, together with Emilio. And yeah, 15 seconds. Aatrox has teleport available. Will he go from the front, or will they try to flank here? Try to get a weird angle, yeah.
Alles klar, gewonnen, ja.
Chosen as well, Nuckucko.
Bei Sport oder Schlummern, muss Bordstein gehen. 9 Uhr. Und er macht erst um 9 Uhr auf.
Sneak in there, or potentially even take the portal and flank from this angle.
Found on a ward for now. spotted out, but Shojin was
Da ist im Süden eigentlich aus. Ja, hier ist immer noch 30 Grad bei. Also hier ist unironic nur 30 Grad.
Hextech Dragon gets the slow as well. Flag and drag onto Knucknucker. There's the dunk. Demonic
Morgen ist noch wärmer.
He's going to challenge him, but 5 members of the Giant X, they're not turning their heads just yet.
Oh, kann Ulti raus.
Angle that he can try and get a petrifying gaze.
Oh, wow.
The Medusa
Stark.
again. Knucknucker here to clean it up, and the fight's done. Cancel it, Finn. Giant X lose soul, lose Hextech soul
Stark.
at that as well. And Fiesta screams this series to a halt.
And I don't know what Fiesta had this morning for dinner, for breakfast, for lunch. He is playing out of his mind today here in this series against Giant X. He, to me, has been a massive difference maker. Game 1 on the Ari, Game 2 on the LeBlanc, and now on the Casio, finding the crucial team fight win for Vitality, and that will be Soul and Baron. Look at him.
Hat einfach Koreanisch gelernt und der würde einfach niemals das, der würde niemals die LCK-Stage vom PC POV aussehen. So geil.
Rain in the backline of Giant X. He didn't need to flank.
Einfach geil. Wie geil ist das denn?
Oh yeah, cleans up June at the end. Realm Warp gets out the rest of Giant X, or at least tries to. But Fiesta silences Giant X's chance.
Hier will man sich an die hohen Temperaturen. Nein, das ist horrible jeden Tag aufs Neue.
Is a bit of a game finisher, Finn. Has been for a few years,
GG.
I feel. The best ult across.
Gastro ist geil.
Oh,
when you look with those callings on midwave, getting a free slow with your calling just allows you to hit all those bullets. I think Lucian getting either Cloud Soul or Hextech Soul is just by far the best one, and now I assume Carsey will be a menace with this. Also Knucknucker going towards what I assume to be the Sterex. Everything is looking up for Vitality right now. Gold lead is quite even still, but a Soul and a Baron buff is worth so much more than gold.
Skorinen looking for a play top, but mid is just open. Kazi's moving up with Fleshy with that Baron buff. You can see that they're going to cover Knucknucker, at least the rotation that Giant X were trying to make. There's the ulti onto Isma. He's caught out. They put down the Miasma again to stop him from flag and dragging. He gets
Boah, ist tot.
he's dead.
Wow.
Kazi will follow him and take him to the grave. A Winter's flail out on Jun. He can't survive. And Fiesta now screams at Flackard. A culling to the flash out of Jackie's. Autos onto Oscarinen. This one is Vitality running into the enemy base.
Vitality wants to go to 4-2.
Er ist ja gegen ja, die Adler sind geflogen heute. Habe ich gesehen.
Start over in Paris.
Oh yeah.
This would be their 4th win in a row. It started with that MCOY series in Paris on that day 3, and now they are completely unrelenting in the LEC if they can pick up a win here against Giant X. But they were discounted, discontinued, misjudged after getting rid of Humanoid. But so far, Fiesta is looking like a worthwhile investment.
He is indeed, Finn. Let's look at the replay here. The catch out in Isma's own jungle.
Yeah, Isma walks in here, doesn't want to give up the red, but will get punished for it. As Flashy, Carsey flashes to follow up. And at this point, it's just easy. You have the soul, you have the pushing waves, you have the item spikes.
Oh dear, here we go again, and in a choke as well. Knucknucker might be sacrificing his life, but not even then. Baron's going to help out push the minions, so the turret is in danger too. Isma needs to get in the Realm Orb or try to get out. He's going to Cataclysm but get dunked down in the process. The chase continues, the petrifying gate as well, and the demon flies.
Gott sei Dank, Win-Interview.
And contrives as Vitality run for the last.
Hell
of a culling for the triple of Kazi. And Vitality going to end it right here.
Vitality, what a bounce back, will now march onto the nexus of Giant X. After a convincing day of League of Legends by them, despite that game 2 not going their way, I still think they can be happy with how they executed the early game and go back to the drawing board about some of the mid-game stuff. Still, what a good play.
A 4-win streak, you said, Finn. Vitality are back. Game 2 is interesting, you said. I mean, that could have been a win as well. We could have ended this one early. But Vitality's
God fucking bless.
studied.
Ich hätte so keinen Bock auf Loser gehabt. Wow, wow, wow.
I think it's absolutely valid to think they are the third best team. I think they have strong lanes, they have strong mid games. They are a little bit overall all the entire map.
Wenn ich jetzt Lyncas auf der in der Postgame-Lobby sehe, dann raste ich aus.
Player of the series, Knucknucker, Lyncas or Fiesta.
Ooh, hard.
It's a tough decision. I kind of want to give it to Fiesta. It has to be the man.
It has to be, surely.
It has to be Fiesta. After that Cassie ult really solidified that performance for me.
Kind of insane. Vitality 4-2, 4-win streak. Paris was just a flash in the pan for them. And now the biggest question is, how do they round it out? When we are talking about the potential fall of MKOI, I am trying to click on Vitality's schedule because they've got Na'Vi, Fnatic, and Shifters left.
Nein, Interviews mit
And that is a
Lyncas.
very reasonable schedule for them to round out the rest of them and make it a 7-win streak. Finn, we're going to throw it over though, as Vitality 2-1 Giant X.
Oh, no, nothing.
We just caught that. So I don't know what yeah. We've got Lyncas and Fleshy here with Jack Spectra for PGL after you guys. 2-1 GX. But obviously I'm going to ask, why wasn't it a 2-0? Because you were so far ahead in that game too. Lyncas.
I think we just overplayed so many situations. I feel like we could simplify the game.
Digga, das ist nicht real. Warum ist der jetzt?
Was there some toxicity after game number 2? Was
No, like what I said was all the mornings after dying and stuff. Like Linus is tanking those stuff, you know?
Yeah.
That's the deep breath that Linus took in game.
I
That's what I meant by
I
toxicity.
see.
Yeah.
Do you share Lyncas' feedback about that sometimes you guys are overplaying situations? Do you feel like you have a hand in that as well? It's obviously the whole team, right? But how can you remedy something like that comes, because it feels like it's just the way Vitality plays.
Yeah, I mean, for people, maybe it's just how Vitality plays, but we have really good plans in our minds, you know? I mean, on that second game after Nash, when we pull up to Drake, we knew that they can be teasing us and stuff, but we still went for it, you know? So it's not like we have bad plans, I think. It's just about execution and knowing our limits, maybe. So we
silly
can...
deaths as well.
Yeah, silly
all
deaths.
the silly deaths, all the teleports behind. Like I think, for example, game 2, I was quite frustrated that like we killed them all. I think we are getting the Nash and we can just hit S5 and be first on soul. Instead we want to push some extra waves, you know, like I think we really want to show that we are way better, you know, but in reality just the game is won, just do the simple things good.
Yeah, because it reads, to a viewer, it reads as cocky a little bit, right? Can you see why people think that?
I mean, I don't think we are like cocky, it's just I think we try to get too much out of every situation when it's really not needed.
Do you think the mood lightened up a bit? Like in game number 2, like was it feeling like a free win, so everybody kind of took it a little bit less serious? It was something interesting because we had Lebrov and BB on the podcast, and one of the things that Lebrov and BB talked about that they've learned throughout their careers is to never get cocky, especially like Lebrov was like, we played against GAM at Worlds, we had already 2-0, we thought it was free win, nearly got reverse swept, and it's like, oh my god, you know? I don't know if that resonates with you guys with this game, because it looked like it was an absolute free win, and then...
I mean, I think it's just, for example, a good example would be like scrims, right? Where people take it way more easier because it's easier environment, you know, like we wouldn't do this on stage, you know? But yeah, like the silly deaths, like I think it's just the very easiest of example of you're just like trolling.
Also ich gehe davon aus, dass wir das Interview noch bekommen.
But,
also sehr sicher, aber ja, dauert halt.
Hockey is just the silly mistakes that we need to erase to be a very good team.
Yeah, but let's turn it around then, because you still won the series. It feels like this
Thank
is
God.
a terrible session, but you did win. But Fleshy, obviously there is I thought maybe because I was only here for week 1, which is where you guys had a slow start, obviously in Paris. But if you look back on it now, that was only the beginning of your journey kind of with Fiesta and with the new form of this roster. So tell me a little bit about how you're improving week to week, and you are getting a lot of these important wins. In fact, you're very close to even locking in playoffs already.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we got stomped in Paris, I think, against some good teams. That showed early that what's our mistakes and what we are lacking. So that was our chance to learn from our mistakes, I think. So I'm glad to get stomped like that, especially with the new mid laner, you know. So I think we are much better with Fiesta. Fiesta has much less silly deaths, and then he's actually like carrying all the team fights, like this Cassio ult and Ahri on the last game. It was insane. So we are trying to understand how we can activate him and give him more space to show.
Yeah,
like,
how much?
What a series, bro. What a series.
He played fantastic today. How much of his improvement do you think has come from just like him leveling up versus you guys playing better around him? Because I remember in Paris, it was a lot of times where he was kind of just going in, and you guys were like, Lyncas was farming jungle, you were like bot side warming or something. Like it just looked all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, it's about building trust as well, right? Like if Fiesta dies to some silly ganks that he has info of, then Linus won't trust
Danke,
too
Nico.
much, and
Das
then
ist
he
sehr
will do
nett,
his
dass du
thing.
es auch noch
But
sagst.
we decided that we need to do our good things first, so we can give him some space to learn. Just not follow him too much, or like just show him what he needs to do. And we were trying to do our best in scrims as well to see clearly that what is the mistakes that he is doing. We are just trying to play our best support jungle. So he's playing more aggro and more 1v1 based, I guess, because he's good at it.
He is your Kia player of the series
Yeah,
as well,
deserved.
Fiesta. So that is super deserved. Lyncas, can you tell us a little bit from your perspective about playing with him and having the synergy with him and knowing when to show up, when to not, and the calling, etc.?
I mean, I think he played way better compared to his debut. Obviously, it was against the strongest teams, right? But I think right now he wins us so many games. I think he's
Heute Urlaub für den 22.
I think one thing that we worked on a lot is that he's a very aggressive player, and I think that kind of was biting him a bit as well, because like he would just die to very silly ganks on very silly timers. Like I think against G2, for example, he was 2-0 against Caps, then dies 2 times in 1 minute. But one thing is also that I think us as sub jungle need to do a better job of playing around him then, because it's very hard to change kind of player, and we don't need to change him, but we need to adjust to him, right, to his playstyle as well. So I think we do a much better job now of playing around mid, giving him vision so we can win his lane. I think today as well, he got completely cooked by the knot. I think the game was, he was like, sighing in the game. To Nak as well, I told stop complaining.
There's a sighing problem in Vitality.
Yeah, there's a bit of sighing.
I know what you mean, the passive aggressive.
Yeah, no one is like tilted, no one is toxic, but like the sighing,
That's a pro player classic.
Yeah, that's a classic, Stop complaining.
I think.
Yeah. Stop complaining,
But
yeah, I think we saw today like how he got cooked in lane, and then I gank him, he gets some vision, he starts fisting, and I think, that was the adjustment. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
It's all good, it's all good. I want to ask you, Fleshy, me and Medic, we talked a lot about, new patch. They tried to kind of nerf mages a bit and make roaming supports worse.
Yeah.
Do you think it actually had an impact, or do you think it's kind of placebo? Like, do you think we should... Are you still going to be roaming a lot, or is it kind of over now?
I thought it's gonna be placebo, but right now, like when I was playing Scrim last 2 days, and then today,
you roamed, and then suddenly we're level 1 to level 5?
I roamed top. I was level 3. I couldn't level up to level 4, by the way, in 2 minutes or something. So I was like, what's going on, Like, it's 24% to 33, but it actually makes a lot of difference, I think. So it's much worse for,
Placebo.
I think, to roam early, before 5. So,
Placebo.
Yeah. I think it makes change.
It's so funny you said that, because Broken Blade said he thought all supports would continue roaming until they had one.
So, kurz auf Toilette und dann gehen wir rein in den Lübe. Dort noch, mir wurde gerade gesagt, noch 8
I mean,
Minuten.
sometimes you just need to not think about XP, and you have to go there,
Yeah.
You have to be there, but you can't be just free like that Camels,
Yeah.
You can't
just
be
never go both anymore, yeah.
Then you are not actually leveling up to 6 anytime in this game.
That's crazy. I don't know, as a viewer, I feel like I like when supports roam a lot. It's like more interesting to watch.
But maybe they shouldn't be like junglers and be
Yeah,
able to gank top level 1, 2, 3,
It's true. It's
And
always
it
a balance,
still
isn't
can
it?
roam, but it's just after 5.
Yeah. Nah, I want to see it from the start. Leave your laner alone. It's fine. Let's take a look at the race for playoffs, because you guys actually, in the calculations that we did ran, you're very close. Like, you are in 93.7% of the calculated scenario. So this isn't like, don't take this as gospel. This is as much as our stats team could do. But I think it's pretty locked in. What we are discussing so heavily is who's going to make it to top 4, because they're talking about the Koi road trip, of course. But with Koi being or underperforming so heavily, there's a real chance for you guys, for GX, for Navi to make it. So how do you feel about the race for 4th, Lyncas and Fleshy?
I mean, I think now we're in a pretty good spot. Thank God we won today. I would say that GX, I would assume that they would make top 4 over Navi, at least, like just from playing against them perspective and just the overall rate of the team.
Do you think MKoi could still make top 4?
I mean, I think you need like 6 wins to make top 4, and I think the max they can get is 5, no matter what now.
5, yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's pretty rough for them. I think first they need to not underrate them, but thinking about top 6. Yeah, I think we should be there, and then probably GX Navi, one of those.
Yeah, are you guys thinking of Worlds already or not?
I mean, of course, that's the aim. That's the aim. But making top 4 and winning one best of 5 would be a good start, because I'm not gonna start talking.
Bin ich bei SK?
I learned, you know, I learned every spring, like, don't get ahead of yourself.
I mean, yeah. I mean, is that actually a really... Because then, like in spring, we were so hyped about you guys. You also had kind of all the tools. Fleshy.
Meinst du, Flash mit seiner Handlung war okay?
Collapse, did that do something?
Was hat er gesagt, dass so lustig war?
How you like, view kind of goals and stuff? Because that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the confidence we built in the regular season, and then when we lost in playoffs, first round 0-3, it was like a disaster, you know, to a team, because we were going out to play that we know that we are a better team, and then just not performing in playoffs are just so bad and confidence breaker, you know. So that our advantage was the Paris road, I think, that we had. So I'm just glad that
Dafür sind wir im Best of 5, wenn wir schon etwas.
we improve from that.
Yeah. I mean, sorry to be such a Debbie Downer. That's kind of sad. It's like we know that you can do more, and I think that's what we saw in spring. So in a way, good that it happened in spring. Everything happens for a reason, right?
Now it's a redemption story.
It is.
That's always nice, you know.
Story.
Favorite stories in all of esports and sports. Thank you so much, Lyncas.
Thank you so
and
much.
Fleshy, and congratulations on a fantastic win. We're going to sign off. We'll be back tomorrow. We've got El Clasico, SK versus Fnatic, and G2 versus Shifters with Ready Check at 4:45 p.m. with the game starting at 5. See you then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See ya.
I have Father guys, I hate this guy.
Why?
No, I actually like him, but I just didn't fizz him. I didn't see him, I was like, wait, what?
They do not think my this.
He didn't do?
They did it.
Oh, sad Paddock. Poor Paddock, actually. He was waiting, like he was looking at me like this, you know? And then I just left. Look at myself, pardon.
Okay. Dash is that we have. Care about the blast can boys. Everyone stand there.
I'm blocking it.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Give me one.
We have to die with Nash, it's like kind of like tradition at this point, so.
He's into the waiting hands. Magical journey out. From Shao. Popping down. Shifters on 2. Skeins now trying to get the kill back. Finally gets something back. But a magical journey denied.
Oh, that's insane.
Sam. We can end again.
I guess so.
Rumble still up. Okay. Rumble.
Yeah, flash.
I hit.
We can end both.
That's it! That's the Camille! That's the Camille.
Spirit Rush is going to pull it out. Auto's there. Waiting for it. The all-in. The shuffle is clean, but Fiesta pulls out the ult himself. Turret's disconnected.
Other guy's dead.
Holy Fiesta, what are you doing? Everyone, go. Crazy guy, by the way.
Hey, sorry.
I will ult, by the way.
I will look. I'm holding. No cure.
Go, Gorky.
Yeah. Call the flash.
Heal flash. I'm gonna listen. Gorky. Listen there.
Okay. Okay.
Nice. I'm gonna look. Come look. I'm fine. I'm rank.
Yeah.
Boom. They all good. Nice.
Look on it.
Gorky.
I come back later, okay?
Vänta.
No.
I mean, after being this battles game, bro, I need to learn Seraphine duty, bro.
Can make. Okay.
Look, Jarvan.
Ja, wie immer fragen, wenn ihr welche habt. Ich habe ein paar, die ich sowieso stellen möchte. Aber ja.
I killed my ult. Welcome to.
Good job, guys. Really good comeback, okay?
Thank God. Good job.
I agree. Thank King God. Fiesta.
This guy won the game. I will quit probably.
Wow. Noch ein kleiner, feiner Flame gegen Oscarinen. Mhm. Chillig. So, bleibt mein Fuck-Ass-Interview, ha? Hä? So, wo ist mein Interviewpartner? Hallo, ich bin noch da. Hilfe! Hilfe, ich bin doch noch da. Hilfe! Hallo! Bitte, wo ist mein Interviewpartner? Mich gab's noch auf den Arsch. Okay, sorry, so viel spiele ich nicht, aber. Hallo! Hallo! Aggiato. Gala 0-0 zur Halbzeit. Bum, bum. Hallo, wo ist mein Interview? Kann mich jemand hören? Jetzt ist der Stream offline. Ich habe immer noch. Hallo? Hallo? Guys! Hallo? Wird mal wieder vergessen. Hallo? Mann. Es wird dunkel. Mir wird ganz kalt. Mir wird ganz kalt gerade.
Mais bon,
Wir hören was hier, aber das ist jemand anders. Das ist nicht meine Streaming-Booth. Das ist ein anderer Interviewer. Bruder, mute dein Mic, du Animal. Ja, no joke, bitte mute dich. Ich will nicht, also bitte reicht, ja? Kann ich den muten? Kann ich schon auch wieder nicht, ne? Ja, wobei verarschen, nein, der kam da wieder rein. Der hatte sein Interview, glaube ich, schon, der Penner. Wo ist mein Interview? Fuck's sake! Wie sieht's denn aus? Mir wurde vor 12 Minuten 10 Minuten gesagt. Reicht. Also jetzt wird's langsam wirklich frech. Ach, guck mal. Okay.
Okay. Hello. What's
Hello,
up?
thank
Guten Tag.
fuck. Hello, thank fuck. I thought you forgot about me. Okay. Then I saw you in PG and I was like, oh my fucking god, I'm gonna wait like 20 minutes. Congrats. Thank Lord you won, by the way. I did not have any. Yeah, I did not have anything prepared in case you lost. And it would have been really awkward. Okay, are you tilted after a series like this? Like, on honest thoughts, because it felt like, okay, like 3 games of humiliation ritual in early games, right, against them, because it felt like they were like not really doing anything. And it felt like as soon as you did like anything out of the ordinary, it was just like a free win. But then game 2 happened, right? So
I'm not real tilted. I don't know if frustrated is the same thing as being tilted, you know. I would say I'm frustrated that I feel like at least that the things we do in Scrim are like similar, the mistakes we do that we do in the game. And I think today was a very good example of overcomplicating the game when it's completely won, you know, like I said the same in PGL, like game 2 we are gonna get Nash, we can be first on Soul. Instead we hit the Nash as free, so then we have to give Soul. So sure we have to give Soul, but then we also don't give Soul, and then we die, and then our Nasty is just kind of bad. So I think we just overcomplicate. So it's a bit frustrating, yeah, but at the same time, I kind of am happy that we don't just shitstorm them, because then everyone is, you know, up high in the sky, and we are fakers, but we're really not.
do you think those game 2 drafts suit you guys? Because, well, from outside POV, obviously, after game 1, well, you did shitstorm them, right? And then game 2, it's like, okay, well, it's the most obvious. Okay, we're going to fist them in early game, and then we're just going to snowball cleanly, right? And then it doesn't happen, right? And that draft is just kind of like, yeah, let's just hope we get to like 30 minutes, and then, well, we have on items, and we probably outscale, right? Do you feel like those early game drafts are just something you can reliably pull off on stage, or is that something you specifically train in scrims, or is it just something like, well, it happens because the enemy isn't that good, right? And you probably wouldn't pull it off against G2 or KC.
I mean, I think we just picked kind of champs we liked and that were the best in the moment. I think me and Fiesta were, I mean, kind of like nonchalant answer, but we didn't really overthink it. But I think we were discussing with Fiesta that maybe we should have picked like more scaling, because I think with LeBlanc Leeson, like the game was kind of hard if it ever like doesn't become like a very stomp. But that game was also like a good game of overcomplicating things. But I would say that maybe a bit too risky, even though we had a very good early game 1, and I think game 2 also we had a good early game, but I think need kind of more safe tools like scaling and stuff.
I checked your Games of Legends for your VI games, and I saw that it was your first time building Triforce, I think. Is that your adaptation to the patch? Because then in game 2 you built Thunder Sky thing on Lee Sin when, well, I guess the enemy was like a little bit tanky and you needed some HP, right? Instead of going the buffed Eclipse, can you give some thoughts on the patch? Did you play a lot of solo queue? I think you played only like 4 games, I checked. Any impressions so far?
I didn't get to play that much, sadly, because also solo queue is a bit sometimes disgusting. I think last night I waited 26 minutes for a game and I didn't find one. But I always built Vi Trinity in solo queue. I mean, because you get a bit more fed, obviously. I think for the patch, I think Thunder Sky is still quite strong. For sure feels like it's weaker. But game 1, I think we were a bit ahead. I had some gold from assists, so I felt like I can afford to go Trinity first item, even though it's more expensive. And game 2, I felt like I just have to go Thunder Sky, because if I go like Eclipse on Lee, which is quite good, I think, especially after the changes, that Nocturne Ori just ults me and I get tapped in a team fight. So yeah, but I think Trinity Force on should be stronger, the champs that can build that.
Very fair. Okay, then, well, next question was also going to be about the patch. If you have any thoughts, go ahead. Because they kind of placebo buffed the pet, I think. I don't know if you read through the patch notes, right? They gave it like...
What? Sorry?
They kind of placebo buffed the patch. Like the AP ratios, right? It's only like 4% AP ratio, so it doesn't really do anything, because on first clear, I think if you have double adaptive force wound, it only gives you like 1 damage per tick, or like 1.8 damage per tick, something like this. And then on later stages, it doesn't really feel like the issues of AP junglers is the clear speed, right? Best examples being, I don't know, Maokai, right? Zyra, these kind of champs. So do you think the champs will still be played just due to the placebo buff? And like Tristana mid lane being a thing again, right? I think that's probably the biggest indicator of AP junglers being played again.
Yeah, I think Tristana mid was played quite a bit. Who was it that played? I think today someone played Maokai, no?
Tarzan
Maokai,
did. Tarzan did, but he played tank build.
Yeah,
He played like full tank, yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a bit placebo. I didn't really feel like when I tested the clears as well that much changed. And jungle, I feel like I think with those placebo buffs, it's more like jungle champs adapting to other roles rather than vice versa. No, I don't think it changed that much.
Okay, but okay. So I feel like you're probably on top of the meta usually, right? You play a lot of solo queue. I checked, like, right? You have a lot of Aatrox games and stuff. You're probably very early to pick up on these things. Do you wait until somebody in Korea or China plays these new champs, right? Let's say, like, okay, they play AP junglers. Oh, fuck, yeah. They're probably strong because Korea and China plays it. Or do you actually form your own opinion in solo queue?
I mean, I would for sure not wait. And there is a champ that I was already playing in scrims that no one else is playing yet. I can't say, obviously. Not like the main like AD champ, but that I think is very underrated. But I would not wait, but at the same time I just didn't have enough time to actually like check everything, because I mean, as I said in solo queue, I go like 2 out of 4 of my games end at 10 minutes and I have to wait 25 minutes sometimes in queue, so I would rather just like watch a VOD then. But yeah, I think didn't have enough time to for sure test everything. So I think that's also why, at least in LEC, no one really switched for now. Maybe someone will find more. And there, we only had 2 days, you know, like someone, like tomorrow, right? Whoever plays, they had 3 days, 1 more screen day. We only had 2 days, so it's quite hard to really full change and full know.
Okay, in game 1, I think you did a good job of like invading the Raptors, right? Like respawn Raptors, just be there, either invade them or just force a fight, right? Because it's just a good situation. Do you feel like in LEC people are lazy? I don't know if that's the right word, but lazy about invading, because it just feels like the lower tier teams, and even sometimes in like the mid tier teams, right, MCOI and stuff, sometimes they just don't invade, even though from spectator POV, of course, it just looks free, right? Or like it just looks like a good invade. They're winning 2v2 and stuff. Mid lane is in like a fine state, but they still don't invade. Do you think that's just laziness?
What did I play?
You played
Vi, right? Yeah.
Yes, you played Vigamon.
I think. I mean, I'm not sure if it's laziness. I think it's just not seeing, I guess, the opportunity. Maybe. I think the game 1 I just had faster clear because I'm playing against Zinzao, so it feels like Zinzao always on second clear, even though his first clear is so slow that the second clear is always slower than you, no matter what champ you play. So then I can even have time to like have mid prow cross from Raptors to Raptors and still be there as he's coming. So I think it was just the good situation. We had a good 3-3, so I invaded. But I'm not sure if it's laziness. I think it's just about, I don't know, having. I think some teams, like the weaker teams, also just they have weaker players, right? So in some situations they just don't have prow when they should have prow, for example. But yeah, I think it's just about seeing the angles, kinda.
In game 2, you decided to go for the bot lane gank, right? When your Raptor spawned. Do you think that's okay? Did you make that decision like consciously? Okay, I'm gonna give up.
Oh shit! Fucking blackout.
Thanks, guys. Did you
come closer? Maybe you see me in the time.
All good. I still see you. Don't worry. All good. Did you consciously make the decision? Okay, I'm gonna give up my Raptors and then probably, hopefully, get a kill, so it's like worth in terms of gold, or was it just like, yeah, okay, my bot lane is calling and it's like kind of a good play, but it's also not really good?
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but I mean, usually it kind of sucks if you like only get a flash or something, then it's for sure not worth. But I felt like, I mean, I saw that where they placed the ward, they warded Pixel, I think.
Yeah.
So I know that they don't see me if I wrap around. And then the wave was like really bouncing. They were a bit chunked, and also I felt like it's probably a guaranteed kill. And then it's a question if it's worth. I think it's if you get a kill, like I think it's just worth, because then you snowball the lane and maybe even you get the kill. So then it's probably worth.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's you need to make it work at that point if you're so committed, you know.
Okay, give me okay. Schedule-wise, right? Game 1, like week 1, you played against like probably the best. Like it's just hilarious what they're doing in the background. Seriously, week 1 you played against the strongest team. Do you feel like it's better to get them just off the schedule right from the get-go and then only face them in scrims, or do you feel like it would be a good idea to face them later on, like week, I don't know how many weeks we have left, like wait like 1 week before playoffs basically, so you get like a good impression of how you look on stage against those good teams, because scrims are like one thing, right?
I'm not sure. I was thinking about this, whether it's good or bad. I think someone else asked me in an interview. I mean, from one side, we just get them out of the way, you know, and whatever, then, you know, we have an easier road. If we can pick up a win like we did against Semco, then we're in a fine spot.
Yeah.
You know, 1-2. But I'm not sure. On the other side, we could have built up confidence with the weaker teams or something. But I would say that the schedule should be beneficial for us. Like, they were coming quite tired, even though they played EVC. But they didn't have much of a break. So I think some teams like MCO looked a bit cooked. But now we have them out of the way, and now we have only one game per week, so we kind of have time to ramp up with like 4 scrims into official, 4 scrims into official. So in that way, the schedule is kind of nice for us.
You said building confidence. Is you guys very emotional? Just like based off results and stuff? Like if you, let's say, go to 0-2 for the week, is like the next week also just mega cooked?
No, I would just say that, I mean, for me, like, it's most important that the scrim practice should be good, that it would be good. It doesn't matter if I win or not the scrim. If I feel like the scrim was productive and that we learned something as a team and as a player, then it's all good. But yeah, I think that's the most important for like at least from my side, for the confidence part.
Thank you. They told me to wrap it up. Thanks for the interview, bro.
Okay, thank you, Obsess.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Also, lass mich 25 Minuten warten, dann muss ich... Na, passt. Ist fein. Es ist fein. Es ist fein. Es ist fein. Es ist fein. Lyncas ist näher, Mann. Ja, war ein tolles Interview.